We join the posse as they are exhuming Eva from the grave that has held her these past months. There is some debate over those gathered about whether what they are doing is wise. Eventually, they free Eva from the grave. She seems as she did before they buried her. As the days pass, everyone is cautiously optimistic while Eva recovers. But the ever-suspicious Khyra interviews Greta, Eva's wife, to learn what she can tell her about Eva's return. While the interview doesn't raise any red flags, a checkup from the cleric reveals Eva has no pulse or heartbeat, which causes some consternation. They discuss maybe quarantining Eva until they learn more of her condition, but decide instead to track down the necromancer Stuka and see what he can tell them of the undead. Fortunately, he has constructed a large white tower in the nearby Northridge ruins, so he is not too hard to find. As they enter the ruins, they find skeleton sentries, which they sneak past. When they reach the tower, they find it gets its colour from the thousands of bones it is made out of. They get closer to the tower and find that there are skeleton labourers everywhere, but at least they seem non-hostile. When they finally come face to face with Stuka, he is amiable and is very happy to chat with them and show off his skeletal creations and share information about undead with them. They leave a little wiser and very creeped out, happy to put the bone tower behind them and head home. Next they visit the water elemental, and with the help of the new magics they have learned, they can finally have a proper conversation. The elemental is happy to finally be able to converse and gladly shows them around the cavern system. Sadly, a waterfall halts their exploration, and the posse leave their new friend behind and return to town to decide their next move. Will they be able to extract Crystal the elemental? Will they grow the village with immigrants from Khyperia? Will Stuka be a good neighbour? Let's find out now on Embers of the Wilds.
Hello everybody and welcome to Embers of the Wilds. How are my favorite players doing this afternoon?
We'll see. Depends on audio levels.
Yeah.
I feel like.
How do we sound? Oh, geez.
How's this stream?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Waiting.
I'm assuming it's good.
Wait.
Yeah,
Waiting for the stream delay is always so stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds
Cool.
fine.
Sounds fine.
Okay. I think Neil is louder than everyone else, from what I can tell.
I will drop my mic then.
Oh,
How's
that might be a little bit too low.
And up the other way. How's that?
Okay, I think that's good.
And
Down a little.
Okay, Autumn, do some noise. Make some noise for
yes. Woot woot, make some noise.
Neil. Okay,
I don't
you
know.
are a little bit louder. Okay, I think maybe we're good now.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm good. Otherwise,
Good. Nice.
where are your glasses, by the way?
I took them off my face and gently tossed them onto a very soft carpeted floor last night and they broke. And my backup pair of glasses, which I keep on hand, has mysteriously disappeared. So now I'm semi-blind.
Oh no.
And I might be doing the old man lean in to be like, what is that on the table? Is that a 15?
It's in character.
It's always a 20. It's always a crit, Neil. Don't have to worry about it.
The 20s show up in green. I can tell. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, we can fudge all other rolls than the natural ones and natural
Yeah.
20s.
You can just tell me they're all 19s and I'll probably have to believe you.
Nice.
It's going to be unfortunate.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, otherwise we're good. We have just met the kittens again. Took some more pictures. I wonder if I can actually show them on stream or if OBS will be confused.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna make an attempt. Can I change tab? Yes. Okay, that works. Hell yeah. Look at these kittens.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
so adorable.
What? The like depth of field, these are like magazine quality photos. Like
It's
what?
literally the camera that I'm using for stream.
Okay, well, it's an
Technically,
excellent
that's for
camera.
work. I'm not allowed to use that for personal stuff, but you know, kittens are important. So.
This to me seems work related.
You're showing them on stream right now. It's clearly a work-related activity.
True. There we go. Now
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. They're so adorable.
I like how the replies are like perfectly framed in the roles window.
Oh yeah, nice. I appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah, it is. I see the Thor in that little window.
Here's mom, and
Oh,
then here's the grandma. A little grumpy. Didn't really want pets, hence the grumpy
But-
meow. But
Oh my god.
those are beautiful cats.
yeah, I'm excited. I hope Thor is excited too.
Oh,
Anyway, so we're playing
yeah.
kittens.
Ugh.
Kittens.
Oh yeah, Neil. By the way, congrats on your big moment with Pan. I'm so happy for you.
Oh my god, it was amazing. It lasted for 2 minutes, and then he crawled on my lap a second time, and he was there, and he fell asleep on my arm, just kind of like clunked out, using my arm as a pillow. And then Lauren came home, and he heard her, and he like ran off of me and bolted away, and had nothing to do with me for the rest. You know, when your spouse comes home and you really don't want them to, and just ruin everything. Ugh,
Every time. Jeez.
every time. She could have just stayed out. Would have been fine. But
You should
thank
have
you.
known the cat situation was happening.
I know. I was texting her photos. I was like, look,
Oh,
look.
funny.
Yeah, she didn't get them. It's terrible. Anyway, our heroes are in Trog Canyon. And as the recap told, there have been some spicy things going on around here. Some necromancers, some water elementals. The Draconians haven't really been seen or heard from very much.
They walked through
couple
town a
of-
few times, right? Because I think our new guard noticed them walk through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of come through the town at night every now and then. Not in the middle of the day, but when everyone's quietly asleep. But other than that, they've been keeping a low profile.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna interpret that as, you know, them exploring or maybe hunting for food or whatever. Actually, have people seen them walk through with like more food on the way back, or have they like brought something
Ah.
in one direction or the other? Or
It has been noticed that their bags do seem more full on the return trip, but there's no like animals slung over shoulders, and if it's hunting that they're doing out in the plains, it must just be like rabbits if they're being put in a bag.
or they're heading to the town that I forgot the name of, the one south of Northridge.
Selfridge?
I mean, that was not the name we gave it at the time, but
Ella.
Nearby town?
Ella?
Ella is way too far away for like a
oh
night
yeah,
trip.
it's or no, wait, sorry. Between Fairport and Northridge. That's what I meant. I meant south of Fairport.
Oh,
But that's still a couple days away, I think, right?
Probably,
the-
yeah. So it wouldn't be a quick visit. Okay. But what about the hills? Like, would you hunt in the hills that are like, I mean, northeast of Trunk Canyon?
Why not? The
So that would be,
forested
like, a
areas have
reasonable-
more life in them usually, so maybe the area where they're actually from, let's just bring us to a map of the area here. The area west of Trog Canyon is probably actually some of the better hunting, because there's the river there's a lot of trees there. If you really wanted to hunt, you'd even go all the way up to near Mount Carmine. It is fine hunting here, but it's no particularly better than stuff happening over there.
Okay. So it would be a little bit suspicious. Or, as in, they're probably not just hunting, they're doing something else. Actually, I guess I wouldn't be suspicious, but we just don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious is a very loaded word. I try not to use loaded words with the Draconians.
It's very
They are
understanding,
friends.
very polite.
it's very
Well.
political.
Let's see. Water elemental. Ah, yes. So I think
sorry.
you... Yes? No, go ahead.
Oh,
Chat is very insistent about something.
yes. The chat mentioned when Tristel was asking to make a bone lyre, that should be possible because there is no hollow echoey bit in a lyre, according to people. And so it should be possible to make that. And I don't know if you wouldn't want to retcon that, or if Stuka doesn't understand instruments or something.
Well...
So I think it would have been a reasonable...
instruments.
Lute versus a lyre.
Yeah, so it should be a lyre. And
Okay, a lyre is more like harp-looking.
yeah, like a handheld
Little
harp.
little
Yes.
harp.
Okay, and it doesn't reverberate within... Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong pictures, because I see a whole bunch of different models of lyres. So yes, if we're talking about something that doesn't need any reverb, any like echoing of sound, if it's just a superstructure or upon which strings are attached, then of course Stuka could make something like that for you.
There
You're
are
fine.
some lyres with echoing chambers though.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
But I think the design is more the metal one. The yellow...
Yeah, I did send Freya once some like
Those.
Right.
But like, do they have hollow chambers as well? Or...
It doesn't look like it.
these are kind of like, I'll paste it in chat so Neil can see. But this is what I had sent Freya for reference, and it is a design that doesn't have a hollow chamber.
Excellent. Then yes. Yes. Would you have liked Stuka to make one for you?
Yes.
Then he would be most pleased. He'll need you to leave your lyre with him so he knows, how to build it. He can't just magic it out of thin air. He'll need a model from which to duplicate. But he'll have it ready for you in a few days, and would you like to come by and pick it up, or should he send one of his cousins into town to drop it off?
We could come pick it up.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, they're offering free delivery, door to door. Just tell him where you live, and he'll bring it to your house.
Oh, well, we were going to try to come back with some paint, so I'll do my best to return with that.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
So,
It's fine.
as far as an instrument for me doing any type of spell, I'm guessing we're bongo forward right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bonga bonga.
I thought that was a melee weapon, not a spellcasting weapon.
It's pretty versatile.
Okay, cool.
It has the versatile tag. It can be used one-handed or two-handed, different damage outputs.
If you tear it apart, if you destroy it, it's a dual wield.
Yeah.
Dual
Still think
wielding
that you should have
bongo.
casted a spell while you clonked him in the head.
She did. She cast sleep. It was really
True.
effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't even require a spell slot. It's crazy.
It was not arcane in nature, it was actually just physical.
It turns out. That's amazing.
Well, Autumn,
Yes.
you are going to be woken up in the middle of this night by Greta. And she will have come to your door and rapped on it gently and pushed it open, or opened it with a key if it was locked, and shaken you awake in your bed. Tristel.
Huh? What's
Tristel.
What's yes? Hello?
Eva's missing.
I'm sorry,
I woke
what?
up and she was gone. Eva, my wife? Do you know the one-
Missing?
Yeah.
When was the last time that you saw her?
And she sits down on the bed next to you. Well, we went to bed, and she doesn't sleep much, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and she was gone.
Oh my God! We have to look into this immediately. We need to make sure she's okay.
Shh. Yeah, but I don't want to wake. I don't want to worry the guards. I'm worried they might. I want someone with a level head on this.
Okay. Then I will leave quietly and go get Pearl and Kyra, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How to leave quietly. Do I have a window?
No, because the back of the inn
Right.
is like inside the stone, so you'll have to
Inside.
go through the front quietly.
Okay. And I'll do that.
Yeah, you can exit through the front of the area and head down the boardwalks. There are guards alert at night, as is the protocol, but, no one minds if Tristel is taking a midnight walk somewhere. No one stops you or asks you anything. You might get like a friendly wave from someone, but that's about it. One by one, you can pick up the rest of your party members.
I will definitely tag along at the very
Yeah.
least. So.
Same.
Yep.
I'm really worried about Eva. We need to find her. I don't.
Did she have any activities outside that she'd like to do? Gardening or something?
Do I know if she had any activities?
Yeah, she used to do lots of like flower gardening and herb gardening right around the inn, but she's kind of an older lady.
Okay.
Going up and down the stairs is usually something she tries to avoid, or
Let's. Maybe let's go back to the inn, be very quiet on the outside, and see if we can find any signs of her being around. Maybe she just stepped outside to garden some. Otherwise, maybe we can at least find some clue as to where she's gone.
Yeah, let's do that. And this is on the night of the 29th? That's where we ended the last episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Annabelle's not here, but the three of you can be over here and take a look right
Can
around
you
this
take us there?
immediate.
I'm
Of course. Oops, the
so
wrong
far
button.
away in the canyon.
This
and
one.
I'm worried I'm gonna drag it while you pan our cameras, and then I'm gonna cancel your drag, and then it's gonna be a mess.
Okay. Do we see any signs of her like fussing with gardening, like the plants outside?
Everything looks more or less how it was earlier in the day. Nothing seems to be all that. Nothing right here seems to be particularly interesting. However, as you search the area, you will look out and down, and you will notice that this particular drawbridge has been lowered.
Oh.
Well, that's against protocol. I'm gonna go down there.
Are there any of the guards awake that Kyra can like interrogate and see if
Yeah.
they know
Jesse
who went
is walking down this bridge over in this direction
there? Cool. Okay.
and coming over here. Yeah, the party members can catch up as Jesse approaches the drawbridge. She'll wave a spear in your direction, friendly, like.
Jesse, do you happen to know who lowered this walkway?
Eva asked me to. She said she needed to go out and get something, and I had other places to patrol, so I just left it down in case she was back in a few minutes. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Or at least we hope so. We just haven't seen Eva, leave for a very long time. We just want to make sure that she's okay.
Jesse gives you an uncomfortable look, like okay. Should I
Question.
raise it? Yeah.
What direction is the cemetery in relation to town?
It
North, right?
is this way, and then like on the other side of the river, and sort of northeastish.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll trot down the stairs, see if I can see any like recent footprints in the sand.
We are gonna need, I think it's a survival check to follow tracks, but it's been a hot minute. It's a survival check, right?
I think we've done survival before for reference.
That makes sense. Yes. Survival. Dia might ask you to make a wisdom survival check to follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide your group through the frozen wastelands, identify signs that owlbears live nearby, predict the weather, or avoid quicksand. Miss Sheriff. Ah, fantastic. Yeah, you can see that there are some soft footprints on the banks of the river right here, and they will follow well past where the bathhouse and the hot springs are. You can walk along if you would like.
Yeah, I think we would all follow.
Yeah, let's do a quick transition over to here.
Oh, and I would mention to Jesse to make sure to keep an eye out on this bridge to make sure no one unwanted comes up.
Aye, aye.
Make sure Draconians don't take advantage of the situation.
The tracks will stay on this side of the river. They do not cross towards the cemetery. And you are gone maybe 45 minutes when you can see in the darkness a figure sort of hunched over, hobbling a little bit, coming your direction.
Coming our direction.
Do they seem like they're Eva shaped?
They could very well be Eva shaped. That's a plausible answer.
Okay, I think
But it's dark.
Cautiously approach.
Indeed, it does appear to be Eva, and she sort of seems surprised to see the three of you out here. Off on important business, dears?
Oh, we were about to ask you the very same question. Are
What?
you okay?
I suppose, yes.
Where have you been all night? We've been looking for you. Greta couldn't find you. She woke up and you weren't there.
I don't like the way that people look at me in town. So I've been staying in the building and hiding. And I thought maybe a nice stroll at nighttime when no one was around would be appropriate.
That's
You
entirely
know, at least then I can
reasonable.
get out and stretch my legs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. That's fine.
Did you?
Yeah, Greta was
Three of
just
you come all the way out here for me?
Yeah,
maybe,
Greta was very worried about you.
Maybe next time, just let Greta know. It's totally okay for you to take walks. Just make sure you let someone know.
She heaves the sigh of like, oh. Tisks a little bit and then asks if you want to walk her back home.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll stroll back with you.
Can I look at her, like, see what her health looks like? If I notice any like degradation of the flesh or some turning into a zombie style of situation? Like, do they look as healthy as before, or did something happen? Or
So how do you inspect someone's flesh for degradation without making it like really uncomfortable and like awkward? Because I imagine
kind of
if you
just
like
walking next to each other, I guess, and just looking over every now and then.
So not a very deep inspection.
Yeah,
okay.
not like
Super-
no, very casual. Just throwing a few glances every now and then.
Yeah.
And maybe
Well,
like
give me
idle
a
chatter.
casual-
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a casual perception check. You are Tabaxi, so you've got pretty good night vision.
How do I roll it casually?
Just the
Okay, just
DC
not
is higher
put
because
much weight
it's
in it.
casual.
Like, okay.
Yeah. You do a really good job, though. Yes. Your feline eyes can easily perceive what is happening with her face, and that sensitive nose of yours can sort of pick up the smells pretty easily. She doesn't seem to be falling apart, and she doesn't seem to stink of corpse rot. She seems to be... If you didn't know any better, you'd expect it just to be an ordinary, regular old Eva.
Okay, that's good.
You had said whenever we saw her in the distance that she was hobbling. Is she still walking normally?
Yeah, she's got like a little bit of a, an old woman hobble to her.
Okay.
It's, yeah, seems regular. No, no more concern. You all head back to Trog Canyon and make your way back up the stairs, and she'll head right back to the inn and walk with Tristel there, if Tristel's headed to the inn as well. She'll smile at Jesse the guard and one of the other newfound guards who are up at near the inn, sort of getting ready for their night shift. Seems like everyone is fine with what has happened, so we can just move on to the next day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes
Fine.
wrong in Trog Canyon.
Fine.
So, next morning, party wakes up, refreshed, ready to do...
Actually,
What?
exactly how refreshed are we? It's not a long... No, because I just wasted all of my spells. Okay, never mind.
Wait, what are your spells on?
Tongues, to talk to the elemental.
Mm,
So I don't have level 3 spells right now.
Wait, you only have 2 level 3 spell slots?
Yep.
Damn.
yep. Yep.
Ouch.
Well, that's okay. We don't
Yep,
need
yep,
spells.
yep. Valid.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry,
What?
interrupted you, Neil.
No, I was asking what everyone wanted to do with their day.
Well, we have been talking about mining. After our visit, we talked to the elemental that they would
Right.
be okay-ish with mining that one room at the very least. And then we have been, I guess, I don't know how much we discussed it with the miners or anyone really about like what we should do. Or did we have a meeting with Barnaby? I think we did.
Not Barnaby. We talked to was it the smith? Just to like
Oh, yeah.
inquire about the kinds of metals it could possibly be. And based on our description, he was pretty convinced it was mithril down past the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. So,
So-
starting that mining operation might be good, although I'm not entirely sure how they're going to reach that chamber, given that we had to go like underwater to get there. So I don't know if like the strategy would be to just dig straight through the wall,
Wait,
but
no. What? Sorry. What? The valuable stuff is in the easily reachable place, right?
yes, but then the even more valuable stuff.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the
is-
mithril is
yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
not obtainable right now.
But
Yeah.
when we asked the elemental, she didn't understand that we could like use tools to get through rock. And so I think that, yeah, whenever we were talking about it, the implication was that we could drill through the rock that we typically went under.
Yeah, so that one, I don't know how difficult that is, because I feel like that was
Me
a
either.
long
Yeah.
stretch of rock.
It was like a few meters.
Yeah. Or what, wasn't it like
It's
100 yards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Which is-
many few meters.
That's a lot to manually mine through.
I mean, so then it would like hinge on like being lucky that there might be another like cave structure or hole in the way that would make it easier. Oh wait, a yard is really close to a meter?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Mhm.
Practically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
91.44 meters. Okay.
Yeah, then we have to get down the waterfall as well as tunneling through the underwater pit.
Yeah, the waterfall's difficult because wasn't it like
It's very deep
It was
down.
it
Yeah.
was like
1,000
1,000. I was about to say 100, but I was like, I think it's 1,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that
Very-
is like a little bit easier because like if we can get tools in there, it's easier to like I don't know
Yeah.
have rope ladders and like structures to climb down and whatnot. But getting there seems to be the tricky part because or like, getting to the top of the waterfall, because it's hard to bring tools through an underwater tunnel, and so I don't know how to do that part.
1,000 feet is really far.
Hmm.
Just the weight of the rope ladders themselves might be too much for a rope ladder to bear, let alone people and materials heading up and down them.
Right.
We're using sort of primitive, by modern standards, equipment. So a 1,000-foot drop by rope is tough.
Yeah, it'd be different if we were starting at the bottom to build like a structure that goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. We could ask the Draconians for help. They have wings.
Oh, Draconians and Mithril.
Yeah.
And magic source that they desperately want.
Yeah.
In exchange, they would get some amount of the mithril that they help get us, and then... Yeah.
But can they actually fly, or can they just glide?
Oh, good question. I'm
Well,
not
I guess
sure.
that's useful too, though. Oh, but getting backups would be an issue, huh?
Sent
Yeah.
a suicide glider draconian down there to explore.
We'll just go get Silvano. We can
And-
fit a dragon in there. No? No? Okay.
He's a little
Well,
big. He's a little
I mean-
chunk, you know?
I could
Aw.
recklessly try a few things.
You're so right.
True, yeah, it might work. But probably won't.
But it might. Well,
Do you have
It-
any
it-
spells in the works that are like reshape rock or something that can mine really fast?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Damn.
I mean, I might have something that I can recklessly cast, but...
yeah.
Where is my... Where are my notes? Okay. No, not the kittens. Not this.
I don't think they're going to be very much help in this situation.
The kittens? No.
Yeah. Although, if someone tosses them off the waterfall, it'd be great motivation to get the rest of the town down there to save them.
True. Yeah.
No. We do not eat kittens for motivation. We could probably start with moving the lake part. At least get some progress there.
Oh, chat had a good idea. Should I pretend it's my idea? Or how do we do chat ideas?
Isn't that how that goes?
Recruiting the earth elemental. Although we don't know where it is, but they are good at shaping earth.
The earth
And-
elemental?
Yeah, and we didn't have like that bad of an encounter with them. Just
It
kind
tried to
of.
squish you.
Yeah, that's true. It was actually a really bad encounter, and we were probably just
It
lucky to survive.
was. It was
But now we
like
can talk to it.
I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know if talking would help that much.
I feel like it would. I think it was just curious and just like accidentally doing a little
where'd it
speech.
go?
Maybe.
Alright.
Okay, use the earth elemental to just open up a hole into that cave from above. There we go. So we don't even need to go through the cave system. That's or maybe that's really difficult.
What I was thinking was just like carving along the wall of where the waterfall is falling, like because that's in some chamber, and just like doing a helix spiral around the wall.
Right, yeah. That would make sense. But yeah, that would take ages for us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
I wonder if we could hire some people who have more expertise in mining things, like maybe in Fairport.
Kal'ella immigrants.
Or Ka'ella, yeah.
True. Yeah, how much do we actually know about Ka Ellis? I don't know, labor situation? Because like I don't know if they
Like-
have like
Trade stuff.
yeah, and like do they have a lot of miners that don't have much to do, or are they like
They
actively
don't have
working
any
on
miners of any kind.
right? Because I didn't really get the impression that it was a mining town at all, but But maybe there were.
How
there
hard
were
can
people.
it be?
You just
Swing a
smash a
pick.
pickaxe.
Yeah.
Could ask Stuka for help.
He's built large structures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can bring all his
the
boys.
bones,
The
the
whole gang.
bones.
Okay, but so how long would it take? Like, let's say so what was it? Like 90 meters, the underwater tunnel. Let's say we want to dig straight through that. What would be how long would that take for like the current people in Trog Canyon, approximately? Assuming we only want to dig a walkable path, not like a nice, spacious thing, just so people can get through.
Well, the real problem here is how would they dig? They would have to be like standing in a boat that's pushed up to the side of the rock and like pick their way while balancing
But the
in a
side
boat.
roads would be fine, right?
What?
Oh, like so you come back a little bit on the. Let's go to the map.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's much longer distance then.
Is it? I thought it was like right next to it, basically.
And then
Yeah, that's a good
wrong
point.
button. Here we go. So there was this area, which is passable, and then it's this area right here that becomes impassable.
I don't
so
see your. I don't see
Oh,
your.
because I'm on the
this.
wrong layer. I'm sorry. There we go. This is where the zone becomes impassable,
Yeah.
where the water dips under. So maybe you could come to one of these dry areas and
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
yeah, it'll be a greater distance,
By how
but
much?
it's probably an extra, I don't know, 40 feet, 50 feet, maybe a little more.
So how long would that take approximately?
Yes. This is a great question. How long did it take old-fashioned folks to dig a tunnel?
Can search
The
Wolf from
40
Alpha. Speed
the
of
40
mining
feet.
in. I don't know what year. The Middle Ages.
I was just gonna pull the Romans. Let's see. The 533 meter tunnel. Nope, they don't give it time. Built in the late 8th and early 7th century. So a couple years to go a few hundred meters.
Nice. Okay.
And that's with the might of the Roman Empire behind you.
How long?
Couple years.
No.
Then
Hold
again,
hold on. What if Greg?
Greg! I forgot about Greg.
Is Greg good at punching rocks?
Well, they could have mining tools to not damage themselves.
Sure.
We'll put metal plates on Greg's fists.
the Persians built quanauts, which were far longer than that, and they built them much more quickly. So it might have more to do with the size and scope of the tunnel, because the Romans were making tunnels that you could like walk through, whereas the quanauts are small enough that you just like move people and water back and forth up them like by crawling. So, you know, maybe a year.
That's still a long time.
Yeah.
Can we get Greg inside of the mine?
Getting down the
Maybe.
rope ladder is sketch.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Couldn't we get him to just jump and like...
But we want him still to defend the town, right?
Probably.
Yes.
Has to
But-
get up.
Also, he's a
Also-
heavy boy, you know.
Put Greg to work? Listen, Greg. Times are tough.
What if What if we dig from both sides? We have some people will go through the water and then they set up camp in the cave and then they live there for half a year and then they rejoin after half a year and there we go.
It's a long time.
They won't like that. But
Wait, what the hell? This is completely off topic, but I'm researching how fast people can mine with hand tools. And the biggest hole excavated by hand yielded 3,000 kilograms of diamonds.
oh,
3,000 kilograms of diamonds.
Damn.
What the hell?
Jeezy, crazy.
huh.
That is a lot of diamonds.
Whoa.
The Wikipedia article is just called Big Hole.
Big hole.
What?
Not even the
Um,
big hole, it's just big hole.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm uncertain.
This was done by hand?
Wild.
Oh my god. That is a big hole.
The population of the camp of diggers grew to around 50,000. There's a lot of people
Whoa.
working on this.
Whoa. Anyway, our party is trying to figure out how to get down here. And it seems like there's maybe not any solid ideas right off the bat, but this place isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Is there anything else that's more pressing that should be figured out more immediately? Because this can sit on the back burner for a little while if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like we should be a higher level to this, to me.
Yeah, it seems like we
like-
haven't encountered the tools to make this happen.
There might be some plane traveling when we get down there, and that seems a little more than 5 levels.
Oh
to
no!
me.
Hmm.
Facts. Let's see. Are we concerned about Eva?
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's an ongoing concern.
Yeah.
And we're kind of just like keeping track, making sure that nothing changes.
Doesn't seem to be a problem right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely keeping an eye on it though.
When was the last time we updated the Draconians on stuff? Because I remember we talked about wanting to update them like every week about how stuff's going.
Not every week. I think we just said whenever we discover something.
Right. Okay. Because I forget if we set up like a meeting with where someone would talk to them every week. Because I vaguely recall that we did, but maybe we didn't.
I don't think there was a designated weekly check-in.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I'm also updating Maven's guards around like our discovery down there and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we should probably start the mining of the first chamber at the very least, because it does have a lot of valuables there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And those miners are very excited to get in there and pull out some of that good stuff.
neat. So it's easy to convince them to do that, I guess.
They have been chomping at the bit. They've been waiting for you to get rid of this elemental so they can go around and extract all the precious materials
Well,
from the earth.
the elemental is not exactly gone.
Yeah.
But
So we set up a deal to do like 1 hour a day or something like that.
Yeah.
and if,
yeah.
if they get like a big wave of water splashing on them, that means stop probably. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that can be set up pretty quickly. Let me add it to the calendar of events. Begin mining.
Maybe now would be a good time to go check in on Kaela.
Mm-hmm. We can bring more iron, right?
Yeah, trade.
And trade. Yeah. I think that would be good.
Mhm.
And then maybe we can see if Kaela has some paint that we can get to Stuka.
Yeah, okay. I know we don't have paint, I think, in town readily.
Yeah, do
Mm-mm.
we?
You would
No.
No, I think we checked.
Although Fairport was colorful and more modern, right?
That's true.
Yes. Fairport had many bright colors all over it.
Okay, so
I
if
was
we want to
just-
get fancy colors, I guess that's where we would go.
That's true. I was just thinking, like, on the note of, us trading with Kaela and then seeing if there's, like, anyone who wants to, what's the word? I don't know, immigrate? Move? Come with us?
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure how we should. Ah, geez. I don't know how to deal with things like politically and like what the situation
Yeah.
is in Kaela. Because like, what if it's the case that like we invite people to Trog Canyon and have them live there and whatnot, which is really good. But then Kaela right now is currently, as far as I know, the only outpost holding back all the warlords down south, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess we would need to be careful not to like weaken their stronghold, sort of. But so I don't know if things in Kaela are so bad that if we encourage people and let them know that they can move into Trog Canyon, basically everyone wants to leave. And then that whole place is undefended. And so I don't know how
valid.
that would work. And then also, we would have to be careful about diseases because there was a lot of sick people. So we would need like Annabelle to, I guess, cure people if she can do that. I don't even know if she can do that. Yeah. So I guess those are the things we need to be careful about. I guess we don't know that much about Kaela and like how the town is run and
Right.
what the situation is with the warlords in the south.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like finding out more about that is probably good.
Definitely. Like, compared to the other towns that we visited where we've met with, like, the people in charge or the people of the people in charge, like, we don't know as much about Kaela. We haven't really talked to any of those people. We've just been, black market selling materials.
Should we still do that like undercover or I don't know?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, to Kaela we go.
I think so, yeah. Bring some iron. And we were gonna pick some stuff up there, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was the arrows still being made?
Bows, I think.
Or bows?
You haven't been to Kaela since you rescued those people, right?
Like 10
Yeah.
episodes ago.
Oh
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
the zombies in the swamp, and I don't think we've been back since.
No, we
Nope.
have been back. The Iron Trip.
Yeah.
Oh, the Iron Trip. Yes, yes.
I think it was just that, though, right?
Yeah.
Right. You went to Kaela, and then you went directly to Northridge.
Yes. And we met Stuka for the first time.
Yeah, and then right after that is when Eva was buried. Right. Excellent. Well, why don't we take our first break here, and when we come back, we will travel to Kaela and see what is happening over there, and see if we can't
Yeah.
keep the warlords at bay while importing some extra workforce and getting
Hell
some
yeah.
paint and all sorts of
Paint,
fun stuff.
paint art.
Great. See you in a little bit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Trog Canyon, or Embers of the Wilds, or The Adventures of the Sheriff and Her Team, or, Pearl's Pots of... I don't have any alliteration on that.
Almost got it.
almost.
At least. Yeah.
Pearl's pot of posse pals.
I was trying to think of come up with something with posse too, but I can't think of an alliteration of like posse squad, posse.
Pals.
Pearl's Posse of Paws.
Oh.
Oh, that could work. It's kind of like your right hand in terms of like someone who can like help you out would be called your right hand, but it would be paws in my case. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Pearl's Posse of Paws.
Posse procession. I don't know about it.
Tristel's tricksy
Team.
Trial.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
team. That's better.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Anywho, our party will set out on a journey from Trog Canyon all the way down to Khyperia. And it is, as we've mentioned, I think a 3-day, 4-day, 4 days. 3 days,
Ooh,
3 days. I can
actually.
do math, I swear.
Khyperia is a weapon surrendering town, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
they
swap
keep it
over my jade sword for my longsword.
Oh, just to make sure they
Oh.
don't keep it? Or
Keep
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'll leave behind the short sword as well.
Excellent. Our party will make their way to Khyperia. And you will arrive there on the evening of November 2nd, 20 years after the war. The town looks much the same as it did before on the island with the walls and the drawbridge and whatnot, and some guards looking down. By now, this is your third time to this town, and the guards watching the bridges will recognize you and just wave you on in. You are one of the very few groups that arrive from this side of the river, and you're a very remarkable group as well. You're not just some random peasants hauling bags or merchants traveling through who all tend to look alike over time. You've got the musician, you've got the Tabaxi, and you've got the like heavily armored sheriff who walks into town. So if you hand over your weapons, as is the usual protocol, and pay the usual entry fees into town, it should be no problem to walk
Can
on
I
in.
hand over my dagger? And just see if they are content with that, or if they also want me to hand over my stuff.
They just kind of sort of look expectantly at your staff as you hand the dagger over.
Do I? Oh, do you want this as... Okay, all right.
Thank you, thank you.
I was gonna actually ask something similar as well. I want to just hand over the daggers and be like, "Oh, my lyre's actually in for repairs right now," and hope they don't notice the bongos.
The giant bongos in the backpack.
But it's just like they're there. They're bongos.
Yeah, let's give them a perception check. You know, they're supposed to search the people coming in to make sure they're not armed, and they understand the bards and the music. But I think maybe the bongos are tucked away in a bag right now because I think they're awkward to carry, and there's enough covering them that it just looks like the gear you're hauling.
Would
So-
they even be recognized as a weapon, even if they were out in the open? Like, do they know
even
the
as, like, a
sheer force
bard?
of bongos? Like, I thought this was a secret that only Tristan knew of.
Yeah, I mean, they know about birds, is I think the...
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
because they took my lyre last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lore-wise, so like during the war, I guess maybe we wouldn't know this, but like, or maybe we would. So it seemed like spellcasters after the war were kind of seen as like not good. And like, is that every spellcasters, or is like specifically like wizards or? Like...
No, aside from clerics, divine magic is still cool.
Right. Okay.
Little cool, but anything other, you know, that's the cause of so much destruction. It's too much power in one person's hands. But the divinely gifted, I mean,
Yeah.
they're clerics. Of course they're good. They're working on behalf of their deities. And what are you gonna do? Tell the deities they can't have a representative in your town? You don't want to piss off the gods. That's a sure way to die. So
Okay. Cool.
clerics get a free pass.
But not
Paladins get a
bards,
free pass. Not bards.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah, paladins are. I forget what paladins are. They're like holy warriors, sort
Yeah.
of.
They're
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
not fixive paladins.
Okay. Or I mean, in Final Fantasy, they're also.
I guess high
kind of-
level fixive paladins have magic, but
Yeah.
low levels are just like slashy
Yeah.
shields.
Yeah. And they're so rare. You know, you've heard legends of paladins, but you've never known anyone that's seen one or known anyone who's seen one. You know, you've got to go all 6 degrees before you find yourself a paladin. And if everyone will pay the 5 silver entry fee, you can walk in to the wonderful and glorious town of Khyperia, where everything is always fine.
It's fine.
Tall
silver.
buildings cast long shadows in the evening as you arrive. The town is much as you saw it before. Folks kind of hanging out with not much to do. Lots of bodyguards everywhere. A few sick people standing around or sitting against walls, coughing to themselves, watching you come through, holding out their hands for spare coins.
Okay. So, should we go directly to the smith? That was the person we talked about last time, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do we actually want anything from the smith?
Well, we were trading with them, right?
Yeah, just straight up money or anything useful?
Because we were trading iron. Or I think that was with the smith.
We did that typically out of town, though, right?
True. Yeah.
Like we didn't bring that inside town.
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay, right. Because last time we left a cart outside, and then one of us kept guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did we do
doing
this
that
time?
again. Yeah.
Did we leave a cart outside, or?
Were you going to be hauling back enough that needed a cart? If it was just bows, you could do
Yeah.
that on your own without a cart. You just
Hauling
you
iron.
unstring them and
Iron to call out.
oh, right, you were hauling iron in to
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would then have needed a cart and some animals to
Right.
pull.
Okay.
Yeah, although I guess like the smith isn't going to be short on money because they're going to sell the iron for a profit.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just ask for gold, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's kind of weird to trade metals for metals, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, when you think about it that way.
Okay, and then so we need to talk to the. I guess I don't need to talk to the smith then. If all we really are here for is picking up the bows, right?
No, we want to sell the iron.
But did we bring the iron, or
Yeah,
do we?
yeah, we did.
Oh.
Totally.
On the cart, or?
I
Yeah.
think that was part
Oh.
of us coming here, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we left it outside with nobody
Yeah.
to guard it, or?
No. One
No,
of
you need to
these
bring the
things-
cart in to unload the iron, right?
Last time they went out and picked it up themselves.
Ah,
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
we
what we did
didn't
last
want to
time.
be associated with large quantities of iron.
right.
So that's probably something we're doing before we go into town.
Making sure that we bring a cart and everything.
And doing the trade before we come into town so that we can bring like our cart.
Well, someone will have to go into town to
Yeah.
tell the smith that you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what we did last time.
Mhm.
Just had one person go in and do that.
But what was the reason we wanted to do it like covertly?
Just because this town is desperately in need of iron, and having us be the ones bringing in the iron would make us a target.
Or
But
give us a
maybe
better
that's fine.
reputation.
What?
Or give us a
think
better
it's-
reputation.
I think the thought was more like, oh, like someone might be suspicious, like, oh, where are they getting all that iron? And
exactly.
technically they have more forces than we do.
Right.
So they could
Okay.
like overtake us for the iron.
But yeah.
That's the caution, at least.
Question is if they actually are in that position though. I guess it
Right.
depends on like how much of an active like military defense situation they
Mhm.
already have to the south. Maybe it
That's
isn't
true.
active at all.
Or maybe all their resources are being used on defense rather than like exploration or
Hmm.
whatever.
Because I feel like it might be a good idea to, I don't know, try to at least be a force for good for the town and build a more trusting relationship with people. But I guess it does run that risk.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for us to be explicit about us helping the town, right?
Well, it would be good for like like in terms of goodwill in the town. Like people might start liking us more if they know that we're helping the town. And then we have more leverage because we're making friends and stuff in the town.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. And also the shadiness of doing covert stuff in general might do the opposite if word spreads around or whatever.
You know, if you want to go for it, let's go for it.
I'm not sure. I don't know what
Let's
the
go
best
for
option
it.
is.
Let's go for it.
Just
What
roll
could
into
go
town with
wrong?
iron.
With its cape covering the cart or whatever.
Sure, you can. The guards will take a look at it because they have to inspect all the carts
Yeah.
coming in, of course, and they'll see the iron ingots and let out like a low whistle amongst themselves and review the three of you with new eyes.
Balance.
That's quite a load of wealth you're bringing into town. Where'd you
Yeah.
find all this?
Sure is. We heard that Layla was in need of some iron, so figured it would be a good trade. And I just ignore the question about it.
Yes.
They catch that and they're content. You know, that's not their position. They're just guards. So they wave you on in. You've all paid your 5 silver fees, and into town you go. You can find the smith, Virginia, I believe her name is, with the 3 bodyguards, Slim, Mort, and Hans.
Yes. They're great names.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And she will see you coming and put down her hammer. The guards will make sure the alleyway is nice and clear. There's heads looking up from the buildings above down at what's happening, sort of aimlessly watching like people who have too much time on their hands and nothing to do with it, and they're just kind of gazing out their windows. Virginia will approach the 3 of you and arms wide say, "Ah, dear friends from far away, you've brought more goods, I hope."
Yes, we have. We have.
Well, please come in. And she will motion you towards the awning that covers the smithy.
Does a cart fit inside?
It'll come through the alleyway and get a little bit tight, and then the animals can get inside, but the cart not really. Maybe you can undo the animals and push the cart in the rest of the way on your own. That's gonna be heavy because it's laden with iron. But there's 3 bodyguards and the smith, and you can do it. It's fine,
Okay.
right? It's a bit of a debacle, if I'm using that word right.
Whatever makes the most sense given the geometry of the location, I would say. We don't want to like look really awkward trying to
Yeah.
Yeah.
get it in there, you
But
know?
it would be nice to unload it inside, I guess.
Debacle is not the right word. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a struggle. There we go. You can get it in under the eye, away from the prying eyes of nearby houses, where just the smith and her bodyguards can see what's going on, and everything can get unloaded and exchanged. Gold for iron. I'm sorry, iron for gold.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. And how much iron did you bring? Because the town has huge stocks of iron that they've just been building up, that Mara Barnaby has been insisting it's important to have and will need one day, and has just been like stockpiling ingots and ingots.
Well, this is the day, I guess.
I mean, we have to be able to pull it as well.
Yeah, I think just a reasonable single cartload.
500 pounds.
Yeah, because I guess we wouldn't want to draw too much attention, like bring an unreasonable
Yeah.
amount of iron.
Yeah, 500 pounds sounds like an amount. Quantity to be hauled.
And we're the bows were not at the smithy, right?
Correct.
That was with
They're
the family business.
off somewhere else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you bring in the 500 pounds of iron, and the smith will happily look through it, make sure it's all of decent quality, which it is, and tell you she's going to need a little while to come up with the equivalent in gold. But if you're in town for a few days, she knows some folks, and she can make this happen. Easy.
Know some folks in like a sly, winky way, or just know some folks that can.
I just know some folks, you know. I'm but one smith. There are a few others in town, and others with power and money and wealth who would be able to help, you know, acquire the gold necessary for this.
Okay.
My notes don't say it, but I think you were just trading like a pound of iron for a pound of gold, right? It was a 1-to-1 trade.
Damn.
I forget.
do not remember.
Is that right? I have all the money that you've spent, 10 pounds of iron to gold, 10 pounds of iron in loans, 5 pounds of iron for arrows, and 1 pound of iron for charity. So I think the 10 pounds of iron to gold is just a 1-to-1 trade, is what that means.
Okay.
Yeah. So 500 pounds of gold, which you will have in your paws in just a few days if you can trust the smith with all of your iron while you go and hang out in town for a little while.
That's a ridiculous amount of gold, isn't it?
Yeah, that seems off to me, but okay.
But I
I'll
mean,
take
it
it.
is really valuable for Kyla to have iron. So they were willing to
Yeah.
make this trade, right? And gold was not as useful. As far as
Right.
I remember, but
That seems to be the situation, but that's also why the smith is going to need some help gathering 500 pounds of gold. There's no way she has that quantity on her. So she's going to have to talk to some other people.
okay.
That's a lot of cash money.
It's 25,000 gold, yo. That is a huge sum of money,
What?
right? Is it too much?
How much is it? 2,500?
25,000.
25,000 gold?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Is
I
this
don't even know
too
what to
much money?
spend it on.
Is this sketchy? Or is this just like the deal of a lifetime?
I feel like we didn't get this deal last time, but maybe we did?
I forget.
Does
You
chat
didn't bring
remember?
as much.
I'm gonna have to check the deep notes. I can't believe I didn't write down the conversion rate.
I thought it was just like twice or 4 times the normal price.
5 gold for 200 arrowheads.
It does seem like too much money.
Yeah, my notes don't have it.
I mean, like, I feel like I shouldn't complain about the money, but that's a lot of money.
I think we should ask for a deposit, regardless.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
If she only has a portion of the gold, like,
Oh, the wiki says.
Oh?
like we just didn't bring as much last time.
Last time you sold 10 pounds of iron ore, not iron ingots, but iron ore for 500 gold.
Right.
And this time
Okay.
you're bringing not ore, but the actual ingots, like already processed iron. So
right. Which is way more
1
valuable.
pound, yeah. But even 10 pounds of iron ore is... No, that's a 1 pound of iron ore for 1 gold piece. Yep. That is the correct conversion rate. And so we're doing 50 times as many. So 500 times 50 is 25,000. Yep.
Oh. Neat.
This is exactly what you traded at last rate. Except this time you're doing solid iron instead of just iron ore. It appears that, it's maybe a slightly less good of a deal than last time you were here. In fact, this is the worst deal.
Seems really bad. Oh no.
Damn. Okay.
Wow, so bad. Such a bad deal.
Yeah.
We can buy so much paint with this money.
Oh my god.
But of course, the smith, you'll have to just wait a few days and come back for it.
Okay.
So what are you going to do in town for a few days?
Well, I want to ask the smith. How has life been since last time we visited?
Oh, we're getting along, getting by somehow.
We don't really hear much about what's happening here in Kaela. I heard there's a lot of war down south. How are you holding out here in the southwest?
That's right. You're from the east, aren't you? Or the north?
Yes.
So few travelers from over there. Barely anyone. You don't know anything about the warlords then?
Not really. Well, we have heard of one by the name of Sorceress. Does that ring a bell?
She shrugs. Who can keep track of all of them these days?
Are there that many?
Sorceress. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, a warlord puts together an army, and then there's a dispute, and their former soldier kills them and takes over, and now it's the same army but with the new warlord name, and then they disband and they reform. It's just sort of a mess out there, I think.
Out of character, I have in my notes that Scleros is not a warlord, but one of the northern generals.
Oh, maybe. Well, I guess this is one of those, depends on who you ask. Probably.
No.
I have notes.
That's a good
Probably
catch.
returned home to far north.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Anything else I can help you with before I go find some sources of gold? 500 pounds of gold is a lot, you know.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. Sorry for the bother. We're collecting all the gold. It's tricky to. I wouldn't.
Are you kidding?
Any idea? where to
500
begin
pounds
to
of
do that.
iron already processed? Do you know how many spearheads and we can make with this? How many arrowheads we can make with this? Full suits of armor? This, she puts a hand up, like reassuringly. This will go over very well here.
I'm really happy to hear that. That's good. How are the defenses here in general? How is it dangerous here in town, given all the war going on, or?
Well, not in town, no. It's relatively safe, she says, and then points to the bodyguards, as long as you have protection.
I tap myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to know?
I was just curious because we've never really been here for any longer period of time. We're actually pretty ignorant about what life is like down here and even further south. Only heard the stories and rumors of the warlords.
Well, there are 5 cities out there. I say cities, but towns, something like that. Sections of civilization, safe havens, bastions. And then the ruins of Pheromonium, the mountains, the hills, the rivers, the elven woods.
Would you say it's
And
dangerous to head further south?
beyond Kaela, beyond the river? Yes, absolutely. Especially for someone like you.
Oh?
Well, anything that draws attention is inherently dangerous, and she'd get to be like, I don't want to say it, but come on.
Fine. I see what you mean. But there are cities that are peaceful, right?
I have only heard what people coming through town have told me. I've never visited any of these places myself. There is one city not too far from here. Maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days. It's supposed to be nestled in the crook of a mountain with a large wall blocking it up, and all the town built in the shadow produced by the wedge of the mountain and the tall wall. That place is supposed to be pretty safe and pretty good. There's no way in or out except through the one door, so they're all right. Let's see. I can't remember its name right now. Like Shadow something, Shadow Vale, Shadowburg, Shade. I can't remember.
You don't happen to have a map of this area, do you? Or know anyone who does?
She scratches herself. I think maybe if you go to the other side of the island, towards the southern end, maybe one of the merchants there will know, or maybe you can find someone in an inn or a tavern who might have that information. I I just stay here in Kaila. There's good trade to be had, good money to be made, and I've got a good position. No reason to push my luck.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for all the questions. I was just really curious about this place.
Well, if you didn't know, selling iron comes with free questions.
Oh, nice.
Lucky for us.
Well, I'm going to be off now. And then she goes to her bodyguards and will tell Mort and Slim to stay here, keep an eye on the iron lock-up shop while she takes Hans with her to go find someone to help her pay for all this stuff. Leaving our fair party to explore Kaela.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask around to see if a map maker named Koibu has already filled out a map, and if we should look for a map, or if that will come to us later.
Sure enough, you can find somebody who has traveled out to the southeast. They don't have a map on hand, but if you pay them some money, they can produce you a map if you will come back for it in some days or whatever.
Yeah, I think that would be fine. How many days?
3 days? Gotta find, right colors and inks, and ask some buddies about the exact positionings. I'm not a cartographer by trade, but I've done some sketches. I'm a painter. Distances, perspectives, that sort of thing would be useful.
Yeah.
I was a painter before the war, says the old man before you with eyes that strain to see what he's looking at.
Aw.
Oh, do you have any of your past work here?
Oh, gods, no. It was all in Pheromonium. That's where I used to live.
Oh no.
I'm all ruined and destroyed by now. But my hands still work, he says, shaking a, quill in his hand.
Oh no.
Anyway,
You know,
I'll
if
have
we
to get
ever-
exact distances
If
for
we
you.
ever visit Pheromonium, maybe we can find some of your paintings for you. If we know where to look.
You've never been there, have you?
No.
Oh.
Oh, is it that bad? Is it not there anymore?
Have you ever been to Northridge?
Yes.
Yes.
Northridge is a paradise of civilization and security, with
Oh.
great structures and beautiful gardens compared to what remains of Pheromonium.
But there are no beautiful gardens in Northridge.
I think.
Exactly.
She's a fast one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Huh.
And before you get any wise ideas, whippersnappers, let me tell you, don't go looking. If you could even get into the city, you wouldn't want to find what you come across.
Is it also haunted?
Unless you've already been there, he says, and sort of looks you up and down. Is that how you became you?
What?
What?
No.
No.
Never mind
No?
then.
We've not been to Pheromonium.
We've been to Northridge, but not for money.
Best stay away.
Okay. Wait, what's the danger there? Is it also haunted?
No. The runaway effects of magic. Too much in one place at one time. It's an unstable atmosphere.
Yeah, we
People
seem to
go
have
in, sometimes they come out older, sometimes they come out twisted or warped,
Oh.
sometimes they don't come out at all.
Sometimes they find a tunnel especially made for them that calls to them.
Nope, that's too scary. Please move on. It makes me very uncomfortable. She was the scariest thing I've ever read as a kid.
This is my home.
I have no idea what this is referring to. I'm just
Wait,
pretending.
what? I have to show you this afterwards.
What?
It is very creepy pasta.
Is it the Junji Ito?
Oh my god. It was made for me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that where the meme is coming from? The this hole was made for me?
Yes.
Or whatever?
Yeah.
I've seen the meme,
Yeah.
but not the actual thing.
It's been a long time since I've read it. I was young. I was in high school, and it creeped me out a lot.
Neat.
Yeah, so don't go there. Says Koibu, the map maker you're talking to in game.
Oh my goodness.
You'll find this fellow that you're chatting with in an inn. An inn and tavern near the south side of town called... Oh, we cannot call it that. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, here we go. It is called... the Forestry Initiative.
Oh,
Is the name of the inn and tavern.
neat.
Yeah, there's an old sign that like hangs over the building that says Forestry Initiative, but the inside has nothing to do with forestry. It's more of like a proper inn. Looking on the walls, you can see old saws like rusted beyond use or repair. You can see what looks to be like this probably used to be actually a lumber mill once upon a time, and it has since been converted to a tavern.
What is
I
the...
really love what they've done with the place. Very rustic.
What's the vibe in this part of town? Because now we're further south in Khyperia, right?
Oh, the vibe in this section of town is a little bit more alert, a little bit more on guard. The back side of town, the side from where you came, it looks to be more just like ordinary civilians and citizens who live here. And this side, this close to the bridge entering in town from the south, looks like there's a lot more like warrior types walking around. A lot more people with sort of darting eyes and broad shoulders and their chests sticking out. Yeah, you'll see more guards around here as well, especially on the bridge. Your bridge had like 2 people watching from the top and maybe like 2 people near the doors. This one, you can see that there are like 8 bowmen up on the top of the wall and then like 4 spearmen down by the doors. So it's a little bit more built up and a little bit more protectful. And then in the tavern here, you can see these like curious faces, and everyone seems to be like staring at the 3 of you as you walk in and find this map maker, this old painter over at the bar. You'll notice in and amongst the population here, which is overwhelmingly human, there is a collection of... One is not a collection, of 6 elves standing, not standing, but like huddling over at a table on the far side of the room, like backed themselves into a corner with just, one window nearby, but giving them a great view of the rest of the inn. And you'll see that even though this place is not super crowded, there's like a big buffer zone. No one is sitting at any of the tables next to the elves. In addition, you can see a collection of halflings at one of the other tables right next to the bar.
I'm guessing I should know this. Maybe I don't. Like, do elves in this universe have longer lifespans as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
No one really knows how long they live. Stories get told that they live, 500 years. I heard about an elf that lived 1,000 years. These wild numbers are thrown out, and you'd have to actually speak to an elf to ask. But yes, much longer lived.
Never dare to ask Tristal, so...
I think I brought it up before. Yeah, half elves have a lot longer lifespan than humans. Not as long as elves, but I think I made that comment when Sylvanos called me young or something, and I'm like, what's your tone?
Yeah.
So is it the tables around them no one's sitting at, or?
Yeah, no one's sitting at the tables near the elves. The halflings, people are sitting near them, and they're sitting near the bar.
Perhaps we sit by them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe people will judge us if we do that. I don't know.
They're already looking at you.
Oh.
You're already drawing all the eyes of
Yeah.
everyone in the room.
Then it's too late. Then we can just own it.
Lean in.
As long as you do it with confidence, it's not weird. So you can just confidently sit next to or on a table next to them. Wait, on a table? I'm not gonna jump onto the table. I want to sit next.
Across the table. Hello.
Maybe we can get the map maker a drink as a special thanks. Or something.
Is he here with us?
Because we met them at the bar, right?
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just right over there. He'll happily take a drink from you.
Nice.
Did you want to sit next to the elves? I was kind of waiting for confirmation on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Okay. You buy the map maker a drink. He thanks you, and you go and sit at a table near to the elves. They hush their conversation as the three of you approaches, and then one of them gently nudges another and like nods in the direction of Tristel. And there's a quick momentary conference amongst them before the whole table of 6 elves get up and approach your table.
Oh, jeez.
And they
Oh.
surround Tristel, sort of. Not like aggressively, but they come over to your side of the table, I should say. And one of them will reach out a slender hand and give you like a long, deep bow before saying, My friend, my darling. It's so strange to see one of our own kind here in this town. Please, tell me how you came here. I didn't think anyone had left the Redwood.
Redwood. So I'm from Fairport. We came here by foot. Anything else you'd like to know?
They do like a up and down, like trying to reassess you. And one of them says,
no.
My 1,000 apologies. I thought you were one of our kin from... Not from the north, but from the west. Fairport. That's not a town known to house elves.
It isn't.
Who were your sires? The elf asks very bluntly.
It's a bit of a long story. So I've never actually met my father, but word is he is a sea elf. In any case, I've never seen the likes of him, but gesture towards ears. I'm inclined to believe that's true.
It most certainly is. We can tell. We can see your form. They look to the rest of the table with the human and the tabaxi. And these are your companions?
Oh yes, apologies for being so rude. I'm Tristel, and gesture to my friends.
I am Pearl Riverdale. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Kyra.
I am Phaley. It's a pleasure to meet you, and she will introduce the other 5 elves next to her. Well, Tristel, if you ever find the human lands to be too much, even though you are but half an elf, you are more than welcome within the Redwood if you need safety or security. Your Tabaxi friend is welcome as well.
Wait, there's not Kyra. What about
I
Kyra?
have a town to defend. I'm duty bound.
Why are you not welcome? Why is Kyra not welcome?
Nah.
That's such a kind
I try
offer.
to shrug off.
Apologies, but we aren't so traveled in these areas south. How could I find the Redwood?
Follow the mountain range or any of the rivers northward, and you will see the great redwood forest. Within those borders are our homes, the shaped wood there. There's no wild wood left, unfortunately. You may not see our border guards, but they will see you and make sure you can find your way safely to one of our pods. You sound like you look like these words are new to you. Shaped wood, wild wood.
Yes.
The sea elves, I assume, have different approaches. We don't speak to them often, the elf says, like very affirmatively. But you are, even though they're kin, welcome among our lands. They, like, encourage you again.
I'll definitely keep it under consideration.
Well, we do not mean to impose. Please, continue your whatever. And they will retreat back to their table and speak in hushed words amongst themselves.
Interesting.
Clearly still interested in your little group, but not pushing their luck any further.
Why would they not invite you, Kyra? That's rude.
No, I totally understand. Elves have their ways. And...
Wait, I don't understand.
Oh, Pearl.
You should go complain to them, Pearl.
Well, they're kind of intimidating.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Hmm.
Do
I'm
you know
wondering what the
anything about
tension
this?
is. Anything about...
Why they would not like Kyra?
I mean, why do all these humans around us not like these elves?
Do I have knowledge of human-elf
Yes.
relations, given my status?
You know, up in Fairport, you have always been sort of like a... I don't want to say an oddity, but like a fun, interesting... Ooh, look, it's the half-elf from the sea. Ooh, that's so cool. And you haven't really experienced any human-elf problems. You know, the sea elves, you know, your mom had that thing long time ago, and then they just never showed back up again. So they're not really around often enough to have a set relationship, but here you can feel it in the air that there is a lot of tension.
Gotcha. Do we want to find out?
Well, I want to find out.
Well, what else? I mean, the big things to do in this town, right, are to get some paint and to wait some days for your map to be done and wait some days for your gold to be collected. These elves,
so.
they're here now? Do you want to talk with them anymore, or are there other things to do, more pressing matters to get done?
Is
I
there
wanna
an
talk
empty
to
seat
them.
next to them?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
wondering
no.
too.
Pearl.
I'm upset.
No.
Yeah. Pearl gets up and heads on over.
Yeah, I'm gonna somewhat slowly walk over, very awkwardly. Can I have
Yes,
a,
your whiskernest. How may I help you?
can I have a seat? I just had a few questions, if that's okay.
They point to the chair.
Okay, why is my friend not invited? That seems a little rude.
You mean the human warrioress?
Yeah.
Have they been kind to you? I don't see a chain round your neck. You seem to be safe.
Why would there be a chain around my neck? Kyra's been nothing but wonderful. And one of my closest friends.
For now.
For now? What's that supposed to mean?
They half shrug. You know humans. Hot-tempered, easily malleable, motivated by short-term interests.
I mean, they can't all
The day will
be
come.
like that, right? I know one human that is like
It's
that.
the species' traits. They're children of Malchus, after all, god of chaos. The day will come when you are more useful to them, dead or imprisoned, and then you will find yourself to be that way. I'm sure there are some good humans among them, some with noble hearts, but
Well,
I mean, look at the world. Look at the state of things around us. Look what they've done to the grasses, to the woods, to the coastlines and rivers.
I guess I
They're
haven't
creatures
seen
of
all of this that you're talking about or experienced
They're
it.
creatures of destruction and darkness.
Well, I know that Kyra is not. She's a creature of kindness and valor, and she's been nothing
I'm
but
sure
a good
that-
friend.
I'm sure that's why she has such bulging muscles. All that kindness really works the arms.
Yeah, actually. Well, okay.
You're telling me that the humans that you seem to live amongst have been nothing but sweet to you, despite your otherness to them.
I mean, it got better after a while, but you know, it took a while, but it's kind of okay now. So, yeah, I would say
Then live
they're-
your life in blessed ignorance of the true nature of this race of people. It says with a little bit of like disappointment and disgust.
I get the sense that you don't like humans in general, do you?
I've lived 450 years. I've seen kings and queens come and go, empires rise and fall. And the only thing that really stayed true throughout all of it was the lust for power and conquest that these humans have.
But what about... Has elves never taken part in this, or...?
Taken part in what? Conquering the world?
Yeah, it seems
Shaping
to be a
rivers
lot of
to our own desires? No.
warfare and
No.
whatnot, right?
We are a peaceful bunch. Surely you must know. You must have come from Feyland somewhere.
No. No. I guess I don't know.
Were you sold as a kitten? How did you
I don't
get
know.
here? I mean, you don't know.
I don't
Surely you must
remember.
know where you come from.
I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but I've lived just a little bit up north, near Fairport, for quite
Are
a
there
long
wizards where you live?
time.
Sorcerers?
We have a cleric and
Well, clerics of
Christelle?
Malchus can be shifty creatures. I wouldn't trust anything that they have said to you.
okay. But I trust them a lot.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm interrupting your...
Maybe I'm coming off a little rude.
I'm just surprised, is all. Because... Okay. I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome here at the table. I'm getting a lot of looks.
The elf puts a hand out on one of your paws on the table and says, "I'm sorry. I think I'm being rude to you.
No. I feel like I've asked too many questions.
We've been dealing with the humans to our south for a long time, and rarely have we seen a kind face among them. We've only seen our woods chopped and burned when we're not there to guard them. We've seen our hills plundered for metals and ripped apart. The very course of the rivers have been altered, blocking fishing grounds and spawning ground.
That sounds awful.
We have a lot of baggage surrounding the humans.
I'm really sorry you went through that.
Um,
I hope the people that did this were held accountable.
Well, they're all dead now, but that's what happens when you have the lifespan of a gnat.
Oh. I guess. Yeah. That's
Yes.
one way to do that.
How many summers have you seen? The elf says, looking you up and down.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, around 23, I think.
Oh my gosh, you're still a kitten. Oh, adorable.
Okay. Well,
I've been
I think
heavily
I-
eavesdropping on this conversation. I kind of want to come over as well.
Of course.
On-
Leaving
on-
Kyra alone, rejected from the elves and her party members.
on the note of them talking about like these humans of the south and whatnot, I want to come over. I couldn't help but overhear some of your discussion. I completely understand that there are some nuances between humans and elves, but you talking about it does raise a question. What brings you all here to Ella if you have such a disdain for the humans?
It is in our interest from time to time to explore the lands beyond the shaped wood, out here in the barren wastes, the outlands as we would call them back home, to understand what is happening beyond our borders. You could consider us diplomats or reconnaissance missions, scouts, surveyors, explorers. Our purpose here is not to cause any trouble or to gain anything, but an understanding of what lays beyond our borders. There have been things shifting on the winds as of late, and we found it useful to seek out distant lands. You've mentioned you're from further east. Perhaps you could take us through your home. We have 6 months left in our mission. Maybe there's something interesting up there.
An interesting proposition. You speak of things changing. What is it that you all have noticed?
They throw like looks at each other and sort of do like some slight movement of their eyebrows, and Faylee will say to you, it's hard to explain to someone who's not imbued with magic. But the winds are flavored differently.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. However, I am no stranger to magic and have also noticed some particular anomaly of magical sources that seem to be throughout the land in some directions or another. Is this
They
what you're
all
referring to?
lean in very closely. Yes, this is what we're referring to.
I see.
What have you seen?
Oh, a bit of everything, you know? It really does seem to be everywhere, doesn't it?
Yes.
Except in the soil. Doesn't seem to make its way into the earth, but
We might
We've only
have...
just picked up the signal round here. How strong is it back in your homeland? Here it's a bit faint. But it's everywhere. It's in the water. It's in the air.
We may have some knowledge of this. I'll be quite frank.
Actually, and she holds up her hand and looks around. Perhaps this is not the right setting for this conversation. Let us, if you don't mind, join you on your journey as you head back to wherever you come, and then we can speak about the important things of the world without the prying eyes of this dirty town.
I could definitely use some sprucing up a bit.
Yeah, and you'll
if you
feel her
don't-
foot like tapping your foot under the table, and then
Oh,
like
no.
her eyebrows do like a pointed thing across the bar towards the area where the halflings are sitting. And over there you can see the bartender is like having just served the halflings, but is clearly like leaning over the table and like one ear cocked in this direction, sort of glancing, clearly trying to eavesdrop from across the room on the conversation.
I see.
Yes.
I'm not sure elves are up to good stuff. So, addressing her.
Mm-hmm.
It is an interesting proposition. I will say you all probably have a keener sense of this magic than I do. Let us confer with our friend. I know you may have certain opinions about humans. This one, however, has a position in town and is, kind of in charge of some things, so let's check in with her.
A position in town? Which position is that?
She's the sheriff,
Ah, well,
so she
she-
protects us.
takes a glance towards Pearl. All cats are beautiful.
Let's just go out without a word. I'm gonna stand up and go over back to our table.
Yep. You head back over to the table. Kyra, this has been sort of a whispered conversation, but if you've been trying to hear, you could hear little snippets and bits of it. And now that the others have left you here, some of the other humans around the area have been like looking in your direction more. And before Tristel, as Tristel's coming over to join you, one of the other nearby humans, a young man, will come over to your table and go, you with those things?
oh wait, sorry, who came over to the table?
One of the young human males from the inn.
Oh, came over to our table and asked about the elves.
Came over to Kyra.
Oh, it's a Kyra. Okay.
Yeah, you with those things.
No, we're just. I think it's good to get to know all residents of our surroundings. How are you? What brings you to the forestry initiative? And just like switch the topic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm just here for a nice cold brew. Didn't expect to see those enchanted creatures. I think this is now maybe when Tristel is coming back to the table. The human doesn't seem to be bothered by this and invites themselves to sit next to you, Kyra.
Sure.
And says, you know those things are dangerous, right? They have no regard for human life. You'd be well advised if you haven't met them before to keep your distance. Not for any reason other than they're the sort to shoot first and ask questions later.
Well, I've also heard dragons are quite dangerous as well, and I'm quite friends with one, so I think I can hold my own.
Oh, you're a bard! Oh, tell us a story! And he kicks back in his chair.
No.
I haven't heard a good dragon story in a long time.
I think you would enjoy a story from our true bard here. And very aware of the fact that she's a half elf. Be like, it's the dragon story that you want to hear.
I want to take my hair and tuck it behind my ear, very clearly accentuating my half elfness.
And he was excited to hear the story, and then he sees the ears, and his face darkens. He's like, well, kid stories are a time for another time.
Are you sure? I'll take out the bongos. I have the perfect tune about a very handsome dragon up north.
I'm sure.
It's a really good song.
I bet dragons would be handsome to you. And he walks away.
Fair enough.
Oh, goodness.
Put bongos back.
I get the sense that there's a lot of tension in this tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of, racial tension in this tavern.
You were coming back to get Kyra or to talk to Kyra?
To talk to her. So, in very hushed tones, tell her about them. They have picked up on probably the magic source that's you know where it is. They've offered to investigate it with us and come back.
I think the nature of elves would not be one to exploit or attack the town, so I don't think they're dangerous, and I think their years of knowledge might prove useful.
I definitely agree. There may be some manners that we could teach them about interacting with the town, but I think there could be value, so if...
Yeah.
Alright. Go back to the elves table.
Meanwhile, I've been talking to the elves and asking them about living trees. Just really curious. Do they actually live?
Of course, all trees are alive. Don't you know?
Souls?
Oh my god, I remember this.
Do they have souls? Are they
course.
in pain if you cut down a tree?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Their souls are smaller than ours. Normal, ordinary trees. Still living beings, still infused with magic, still connected to the realms of earth and fae and wind and air and water.
Huh.
And then there are our trees, the ones that... How much do you know of our people? She questions.
I know almost nothing about your people. I'm very sorry. I've been living in a very isolated community.
Well, you should come one day and see our shaped woods.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Although I wouldn't want to go without my friend,
Oh, well, Tristel is more than welcome to attend.
I was referring to Kyra. I would want Tristel to join as well,
I'm-
but she seemed a bit more welcome.
No,
Pearl,
we have a blanket rule. No humans in town. No humans within the Redwood.
Pearl, are you asking about the trees again?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And I'll just kind of like pat.
But like our entire town,
Well-
all the boardwalks.
Well, my friends,
They're basically
I-
bones. We're just like Stuka.
it's we can talk about it later. Oh goodness. Let's listen. You are quite welcome in our town, and we would be glad to have you journey with us back to investigate certain matters.
Splendid. We would be more than happy to accompany you. Are you setting off this month?
Yes, so we're in town for a few days. We've come here for some trade and are awaiting payment, but after that, we'll be on our way back home.
Splendid. Well, please come by the Forestry Initiative and find us before you leave. We should be somewhere right around here if they haven't tried to murder us yet.
Lovely.
Why would they murder you?
Pearl.
What?
Pearl.
just pull sweet child away. Let's
As
go
Pearl
back.
is leaving, the elf leans in and say, "They collect our ears and trade them on the markets. They think they bring good luck."
No.
Oh, is that so? And then take hair and just kind of cover it. That's good to know. We'll be on. Very nice meeting you. We'll chat soon.
The elf takes a finger and points in the direction of the halflings and gives you a knowing look.
What is the knowing look? Okay,
Give me a perception check.
okay.
Is that the 18 that you just rolled? Is that a new
No,
18?
that's Freya's.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
Damn.
can't read anything.
Oh no.
It's a
I'm
very,
very
good roll.
perceptive.
You will notice of the halflings sit around the table, one of them has like the tiniest little peg legs you've ever seen. It's just like the ankles down are like little wooden stumps.
Oh, because
Okay.
halfling feet are lucky charms.
Damn. I don't know if I noticed that. I guess only Tristal did that.
Is that what's going on? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get out of here. And
I thought we were
I
staying
have
here.
Pearl close to me, but also we'll out of this immediate location. Let's finish our drinks and go. And like holding Pearl, also kind of like put my hands over her ears because now I'm really afraid about her ears. and
Tristal,
their
I can't
safety.
hear anything. What are you doing?
It's just I'm keeping you safe.
The party can set out, leaving the forestry initiative and going to get some paint, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, see if there is some
suppose.
paint. I don't know what the
Great.
paint industry is like in Kaila, but I mean, I imagine we would find more in Fairport, but it's worth looking for it since it's easier to pass
Yes,
by Stuka.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can find paint for sale here in whites and browns and blacks and some reds. There's no blues or purples. There is a little bit of yellow, but the yellow's twice as expensive as all the other colors.
What colors are the town or buildings in Northridge?
I'm sorry?
It's gray stone in Northridge?
Yeah.
And white bone.
Yeah, well.
Well, I mean,
Sorry,
red would
there
probably
was-
go well with the
Yeah.
bone color.
Yeah, I
And
was
they-
thinking red.
And they also had they already had the red mats, so you know, continuing that
Ooh,
theme.
yeah. We probably want to stay away from black. Listen, I appreciate Stuka's sense of interior kind of design, but I have a feeling he might go a little too hard with the black. Right now we have a creepy bone palace. I don't know that we need to give him the tools to turn it into pitch black bone dungeon. So maybe we'll start with red.
Splendid. You are about to get 25,000 gold, but I assume you must have brought some money of your own with which to
Yes.
purchase these things while you wait for it. You can get... They sell paint by the pound here. And each pound of paint will cost you 10 gold. It's quite
Whoa.
expensive because it's a lot of paint. And it has to be made by the old-fashioned methods, which are, not nearly as good as our modern industry. Takes a lot longer. But a pound of paint can get you a pretty good area.
I only have 20 gold, y'all.
I have 25 gold.
I have 15.
We're about to get a lot more. Should we wait to get paint after? I'll get some paint now. I'll get a little bit now. I'll get a pound, or is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll get that for 10 gold. So, if, I don't know, shenanigans occur on our way out with at least I'll have some paint. Like nothing, no shenanigans occur ever.
Nope,
No.
never.
It's all fine.
We also need to pick up the bows.
Yes.
And it's still the same evening we arrived. We haven't been sleeping here at all yet. So
Correct. In fact, I'm sorry, the paint should probably be done tomorrow because it's evening by now and the paint store would be
Oh, okay.
closed.
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go find
I
an
think
inn.
it's a small thing for you to find a place to stay for the night. Shell out another 5 silver each for room and board.
Should we stay at the same place where we met the elves, or I wasn't sure if that was a tavern as well.
It seemed
An
reasonable.
inn.
Oh, they also have green. I forgot to mention. That is a...
Ooh.
I think brown is better for
Okay.
a tower.
Brown?
I like brown.
I thought we were doing red. Or I guess we can do both.
Oh, sorry, red, brown, same thing.
Oh.
Because when I imagine a old red paint, it's like brown in my head. It's like bricks.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Like it's not
burgundy
RGB
kind of?
red. It's more like
Brick.
desaturated.
Oh, yeah, like a brick red. I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
I think I will pick up some green as well, but maybe when we have more money.
Sure. Well, the party can stay at the Forestry Initiative for 5 silver person a night. And maybe we'll take a break right here and we'll come back on the other side with a little bit more Embers of the Wilds.
All right.
Neat.
Yeah, blood
maybe
red
I'll
would
tell
be
you
a
what
little, little on the nose.
Not blood red. All right. See you all after the break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Embers of the Wilds. Our friends wake up the next morning in peaceful, beautiful, lovely Khyperia.
Hell yeah.
So lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Were the rooms
Step
nice?
up.
Or
No.
do the olds have the? Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Right.
The beds were old. There's mold on the ceiling. The windows were... One of your windows, didn't really shut properly all the way. It was sort of,
Oh.
hanging halfway off its hinges, but it's okay. No one broke in. It's fine.
That sounds fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
As you come down the stairs, who should you see hanging out in the lobby below but your old friend, companion, person you've met, Grizguts the Ranger, who you rescued from a pack of zombies
Yes,
in the
Grizguts.
swamp. Mm-hmm.
We like grease guts.
We do.
Are they hanging out at a table or at the bar? Or?
She is waiting, and when you come downstairs, you, plural, come downstairs, she pops up from her position, leaves a copper on the table, and heads over to your group. Hello!
Long time no see. How are you? How are you doing?
Much better now, thank you. I never really did get a formal thank you for your helping me and the others. Meg and Kilo and the rest.
When there's someone in need, we're here to help.
And that is sort of why I'm here. I've overheard a few things in town that the 3 of you came bearing hundreds of pounds of iron with you, and it has drawn some attention. I thought a warning might be nice for you. There are some folks who have heard about your prodigious wealth and have taken a keen interest in it.
Who are some folks?
I wouldn't know the names. I just overheard a few things while I was walking through the town. Didn't catch the faces, really.
Are we in danger? Or
Well, I've seen what you've done to zombies. I imagine you wouldn't have too much trouble with local ruffians. But do keep your eyes peeled and your ears open.
oh yeah, I guess
thank you.
we'll try, unless Tristel covers them again, and I throw some eyes at Tristel.
Other than that, though, I'm also happy to see you.
Has there been any other strange happenings in the swamps? I don't know if you've been back there, but
No, the undead have vanished. I'm sure there are still some of those zombified crocodiles floating around somewhere, but I haven't seen them near Kaala. Place seems to be relatively safe.
that's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Yes. If you ever have need of a guide or a scout or a ranger of my skills, please let me know. My house is, she'll kind of like lean out the front door and down the block a little bit. Down this way, the one with the striped red door. I don't often stay in town. I'm usually out and about. But if you leave a message there, slip something under the door. I am semi-literate now. I can maybe piece it together. That's how you can get in touch with me if you need anything. And since I do owe you my life, I could offer you services free of charge for short periods of time.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
You look busy. I don't want to intrude. Just wanted to say hello and give you a warning and offer you some help. Ta-ta?
Yes.
Good to see you again.
She'll doff her hat at you in sort of like a flourishing way and take off. You will notice that Grizguts is armed in town. She carries her bow with her. She carries her sword with her. She carries little bits of armor on her as well. And she is one of the very few armed people you see. You'll see like town guard who are armed in town, and Grizguts. And maybe there are some others, but you haven't met them yet because you've only been in town for a short period of time. But unusually, she is geared.
Nice.
Neat.
Great. Off to buy paint today, which you can do. We can hand wave it because you have the money and they just sell you paint, and there's nothing fun there to do.
While
and
we're
then-
walking through town, are we gonna walk by any like markets?
Yes.
Okay, I want to see if I can find ears for sale along that market path, just to see if what they said is true, or halfling feet, I guess.
Yeah, you don't see any halfling feet or elf ears for sale openly.
Okay.
They're not like hanging like a thing of garlic somewhere. No.
Okay. I don't want to
Oh,
like
probably
make a thing
with you.
out of investigating it. I just want to like glance over and see if there's anything openly, I guess. Okay.
I have a feeling those may be black market items.
Possibly. So we have the paint, the bows, and what about the alligator gear? Did we pick that up the second time
I
around?
think we already picked
I thought we did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Those. No, it doesn't make
I
sense.
don't think we picked
They-
up the bows, but we can just skip over that if you want.
If you didn't pick up the bows last time you were here, you can pick them up this time without any problem.
Yeah, because I think only a couple were available last time,
Yeah.
and we like pick up the full shipment. Something
Sure.
like that, because they weren't all
Yeah.
made yet.
It does take a little while to bend them into place and get them properly well made. So we can get. We're leaving town with paint, with bows, with gold, maybe some elves.
Yes.
Is there anything else we're picking up in town? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Well, the map.
Map. Yes.
Oh, the map. Right. the
Yeah.
map.
Although that would take. What did they say?
That
A
was
few
like
days?
an on our way out kind of thing.
Yeah. Same with the gold. They should be done around the same time. So it's just a few days to kick it here in town, and I would like to ask everyone in the party to make me a perception check. After that warning from Grizz, you'll, keep your eyes peeled for danger, and we'll see who
Scheiße,
does not
Weisse.
make it.
Where's my perception? There it is.
Ashley, after the last time you were in town and some little kid robbed you, your eyes are on the wrong folks. All those human children, they're monsters. They're out to steal from you, and those aren't the ones that are a danger in this situation. But Autumn and Freya will see a group of figures, maybe like 6 folks, combination of like middle-aged and younger folks, combination of men and women, that seem to be following you, like at a distance, at a good 100 feet. You're stopping a market while Freya looks around for elf ears or halfling's feet for sale, and Autumn will notice this group over here. Not a big deal. There's a group of people, but then when you're at the paint store, that group is also 100 feet away, hanging out, looking at another shop, and maybe they're walking down the road with you in the same direction. But when you go to a third location that twists in a different direction, and they're still sort of behind you when you get there, you can tell something's amiss.
Very calmly, without looking at them, just kind of under my breath towards my party. I think we're being followed. Don't
Wait,
look.
what? By who? And I turn
Don't look,
around
don't look.
immediately and look behind
Oh
me.
God, Pearl! I told you not to look.
What? Oh, sorry. Wait, look.
Yeah, you see them, Pearl. They're looking at you. You make eye contact with
That
them.
was really awkward. Okay, yeah, I will not look back at them.
Yes, those are the ones, though.
Okay,
You got it.
good. They were looking directly at us. Wait, what do we... I mean, they won't, do anything in the middle of the town square, would they?
I'm not sure.
Do we just go and talk to them?
Where are we right now?
The square?
Yeah, you're in one of these market squares looking around while probably Ashley carries the buckets of paint.
I think we just take a seat. Hang around for a while.
Mm-hmm. There's a little cafe over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Black Cat, and there's a guard out front with big arms and cut off leather sleeves. And he looks really gruff and mean, but behind him is a little enclosed patio with little tables and chairs and someone bringing tea and cookies.
Me.
But the
Oh
guard,
yes. This is
That
where we
sounds
want to
good.
be.
Yes.
Yeah. You can come on in, shell out a silver each for food and drink while you hang out and watch. How long are you going to hang here?
I think a good hour or whatever.
Let's loiter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a silver each, you can easily spend an hour here. And that group they walk around the market slowly looking at everything.
Just trying to make
but
this
not
as awkward as possible for them.
Yeah.
And after about 45 minutes or so, you see that they seem to give up and head somewhere else. Head back towards the southwest side of town.
Nice. Hell yeah, good plan. And we got some tea and cookies.
Yes. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
They were not chocolate chip cookies, right?
No, I'm sorry. There's no chocolate here.
Good.
And what was their
Otherwise, you'd have
appearance
to get
like?
your own.
What?
I just had some chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
The appearance of these ruffians looked more like I think the term is broken men, like people who once held a position of a soldier or a guard or some sort of like law enforcement thing, but who have fallen on hard times and now have like resorted to banditry. People who probably once were warriors, or maybe they were just like generally strong folks who have nothing left, and so they resort to,
Got it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
strong, sort of with it together, organized, but really, having a hard time in life.
Yeah. Definitely picking up some bandit vibes after, we've had close encounters with that.
Was there a black cat at this cafe that the cafe is named after, or?
That's a terrible question to ask, because now I have to roll to see if the cat's still alive or if it's named after a cat from a long time ago and the cat's already passed away.
I need to know now.
No, it's still alive.
Part of
Yes.
the lore.
What a good cat.
Yes. What's a good black cat name? Snickers is the cat, and he is lounging in the inside windowsill.
What a good cat. I just wanted that image of that cat hanging out at this cafe.
The rest of the city might be dark and gross with coughing people and beggars and, urban decay. But this cat doesn't really notice or care that he's got a windowsill and there's some plants on the other one side of it, and he's just lounging in what little beam of sunlight that comes down through the tall buildings around him.
What a good cat.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to leave it a snack on our way out. It's a little ration, just there you go, treat.
Yeah. Snickers will bat at it, and bat it away, and bat it towards him, and pick it up, and it falls out of his mouth. Lazily.
Big relatable cat things.
And then goes over and picks it up and eats it, and hops back on his windowsill.
Oh, so good. So good. I can almost take it.
Purrs. Yeah, well, the ruffians have left for now, so
Cool. So we're safe.
you're safe. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to do in Kaela?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, would be picking up the gold and potentially talking to the elves again.
Yeah, well, we can just sort of skip ahead in time then. You
Oh,
spend
and
the
the
day
map.
walking about town.
Yeah.
When you head back to the inn at the end of the day, Freya, you will notice that same group of ruffians are in the inn when you get here. Like, you show up at the front door and go to walk in, and there they are, seated at a table.
Oh. Do I pretend like they're not there?
Okay. You walk on in. Right behind you is Ashley, who didn't even see the ruffians to begin with, so doesn't notice them at all. And then Tristel followed. I guess you probably got pointed out to them when you were sitting at the cafe. I take it back.
Oh,
You
true.
spot the ruffians too.
I'm just so tired. I'm oblivious. I just want to go to bed.
Right. All right. And then Tristel walking in last would see, but it doesn't sound like anyone cares.
I think we notice it, but yeah, let's just keep to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we're heading to bed, right? Because it's late.
Yeah. Sure.
I think I'm gonna stay awake a little longer to see if the ruffians are like trying to murder us in our sleep or something. So I'm gonna stay awake for another like hour or so.
Yeah, and we're not doing anything tomorrow, I assume, so we can.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
Stay
gonna
awake
go to
all
my
night.
room and stay awake in my room and like pretend to be asleep.
Are we in one room or multiple rooms?
You are in multiple rooms. This
Okay.
is a remnant of a much richer, wealthier time when there were rooms for everybody. Most of the other inns that you'll find in the world usually have like a one large bed, and then they put in as many people as can fit into that one bed, or maybe even like a common room with mattresses that you can just sleep on the floor, and everyone's sort of in the same zone. That's
beds.
more of the style of the modern
see.
era. But this is an old building that was once beautiful. In the night. Oh boy. Tristel and Pearl. Will you each roll me a d20?
Oh, straight up.
Oh,
Kyra, you're fine. Don't even sweat it. Ah, Pearl.
No.
You rolled lowest.
Oh. Okay.
It's a good thing that you're the one staying awake.
Good.
Would you give me a perception check at advantage, please? For your high alertness and your defensive positioning inside a room.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. 11's not bad. Maybe an hour after you've come up to the rooms, when the lights in the city are beginning to wink out for the night, and just a couple of lights are still on through the windows that you can see, you'll notice the hall light goes out, or there was some light being cast up the staircase to the room up here, the hallway up here where the bedrooms are off of, and all of a sudden that light sort of fades for a few moments, and then it comes back up again, and then you'll see two little shadows underneath your door frame, the shadows cast by someone standing in front of your door.
I'm gonna sit perfectly still in silence for now.
You will see the handle on your door move ever so slightly until it reaches the locked position.
I will hold the handle in place.
So you move over to the door.
Yes.
To hold the handle.
Yes.
Quietly, right?
Yeah,
Real.
quietly.
Give me a stealth check for how quietly in the dead of night.
Okay. I got this. It's fine. I might not have this.
A few moments pass, and all of a sudden the handle begins to jiggle again, but not with a lot of force. And you can hear the sound of small little bits of metal colliding with small other little bits of metal.
Oh no.
A little
Oh, no.
tinkering sound.
oh my gosh.
Jeez. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to hold the door.
And then
My strength is really bad. Okay, I'm just gonna pull the door open and yell, "What do you want with me?" really loudly so that I would wake people up.
Okay. You unlock the door and throw it open. And there is someone with a set of lockpicks that have just been pulled out of the door. They look up at you. Behind them are 3 other people. You yell loudly. I think it will probably rouse the rest of the party who can join in combat or whatever happens. The next round, this is the round of waking. And immediately they will just try to dive bomb you. Throw themselves
jeez.
on you. With an overbearing attack.
I should be able to dodge, because I have to be ready for people outside.
You should roll initiative, and then we can see how this goes.
Oh jeez. Okay.
I can grab a
I
Pearl
didn't have a
Riverdale.
token, but I rolled.
Here is a token for you.
Oh gosh.
I'm very large.
Roll Rally. So that's 1d8
Ooh,
plus.
yes.
What is it, 2? Yeah, 1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2. 4. Goodness, that's a big thug. Okay, now they're more recent.
Yeah. These ones don't have clubs or shields or armor of any kind.
These lads.
And Tristel, if you want to roll 2.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just engrossed.
Yep.
Oof.
Even though you threw open the door and you have what some might call cat-like reflexes, they are ready. These are professional kidnappers,
Oh jeez.
and they throw themselves on you. All they want to do is grab hold of you and drag you to the ground, and they're doing it en masse, where they're just all sort of football tackling you together. So we're gonna make an attack roll, and we're gonna add some bunch of bonuses for the quantity of these people. And,
Don't kill me.
they just need to Let's see. Your AC is 13, which is all from dexterity, which is going to be very good for you in this case. Because armor doesn't matter if they're just trying to grapple you, but dexterity does matter. So we're going to roll 1d20 plus
Christiaan, if you want to roll your
4 plus 2. 14. They will grab at you. You can sort of jump back as they tumble in through the door, but one of them, and like the football tackle, will grab at your leg. And I need you to make me an opposed strength check against them. They will roll 1d20 plus. We have 3, 15, 16, 17. That'd be plus 3. I think they roll.
Do I roll strength?
4. Yeah, roll strength and beat a 21.
Save or check?
It's just a strength check, not a strength save.
This is going to be very hard.
Oh, you have a -1? Oh, there's no way that was ever going to work. Yes, the thugs just pile on you and grab you and drag you to the ground. There's still 2 standing out in the hallway while the other 3, like, dog-piled in on you.
But
and
I
quickly,
yelled,
you know, you yelled, and you can continue to yell as they, like, scramble up your body until they have, you know, they're trying to grab all over you, but you're definitely held in this position, grappled, restrained, and it is your turn, Pearl.
Okay. Let me just hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. Can I? All right. Well, I desperately want to get out of this situation, and I'm gonna recklessly cast Misty Step. I just wanna not be right here, right now, and I'm just gonna tap into magic and.
Wait, can you do that without your arcane focus?
I can cast spells. I can cast subtle spells, and so even if I'm grappled and everything, I can cast those.
Without a focus?
I believe so, right?
Let's take a quick look. Sorcerer.
I don't have a link to the spell.
Use an arcane focus as a spellcasting focus for your sorcerer spells.
Or do I have to have components for that?
Subtle spell. You can cast without any somatic or verbal components.
But I still need material?
Yeah, if Misty Step requires material components, then it will take material. But an arcane focus, let me read the rules on arcane focuses. It's been a little while since I've had a spellcaster without their focus on hand trying to cast a spell.
Misty Step doesn't have material components. It's just verbal.
Where's the section on arcane foci? Is foci the plural of focuses?
I believe
I think
so.
so.
I think so.
Bless you. Bless you.
I feel like one of my abilities is a little unbalanced with hand-to-hand combat, and I am so excited to use it.
It's fine. I'm gonna be able to escape this. It's okay.
Huh. Am I still asleep? Is that what's...
No, we're waking up
you
this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just read the focus rules again. Arcane focus is a special item designed to channel the power of arcane spells. A sorcerer, warlock, or wizard can use such an item as a spellcasting focus described in the spellcasting section. Come on. Focus. Here we go. Character can use a component pouch or a focus in place of the material components.
Yes. And Misty Step doesn't
Okay.
require material
Okay,
components.
perfect. We are golden.
Hell yeah.
Now, you are recklessly casting Misty Step, which
Mm-hmm.
means you are casting a spell that you don't normally have memorized. Is that
Yep.
what we've discussed?
Pearl has no idea what she's doing. She just wants to not be in this location, and she taps into magic and sees what happens. And that's basically
Excellent.
it.
And so you're going to roll me a 1d100 plus your level.
Wait, so I wouldn't need to cast it as a subtle spell, right? Because it's only verbal,
Correct.
and I don't know
Right.
if someone is like holding my mouth, but
No. You don't need the subtle spell
okay,
part of
cool.
this.
Then I will attempt. Is it 1d100 minus, or no, plus my level? Is that it? How does
Yes.
it work?
Yes. 1d100 plus your level, and you want to roll high.
Okay, so plus 5. All right. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
50.
50. Right in the middle.
that's not high enough.
Well. Okay. Well, something
We're
should.
session early today.
See if it
The whole
spooks
world
them.
burns to the ground.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Big oh no.
Now I'm
Oh, this is
concerned.
the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
No.
I need you to roll me a d12.
I'm scared.
It's fine. It's just totally fine.
Okay. It is a D12. Okay.
Is there a number?
I'm scared.
There's a number with this. Oh man. You know, it's wild magic like this that really sends campaigns off the rails sometimes.
Oh no.
I'm so excited.
Terrified.
Okay, I need a d6 as well.
My gosh.
This is for how many days everything is gonna be messed up. D6. It's a 6.
There is a loud crack that splits the air, and smoke begins to fill the room momentarily with a big flash of light, but the smoke quickly dissipates, and standing in this room, sort of packed against the walls, are 6 draconians, 6 bronze bass
Oh.
draconians who are looking around in confusion and wonder, what the what, where? And they have weapons and they have armor.
Do I recognize them? Are they our friends?
Give me a charisma check. Because all the people who are piled on you, they're still holding you, but they've stopped moving as everyone looks to the draconians who are looking around in a bit of confusion.
Okay.
Yes, you recognize one of these draconians. You don't know this one's name, but you recognize the awkward scar that runs from the back of their cheek towards the back of their face. This
So I
is
do
definitely the
recognize them.
draconians from Trog Canyon. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
God.
I will scream for
Um,
help. Help.
Oh
Well
my
then.
god.
I will roll in a bunch of draconians.
No way.
Holy shit.
And would the other two of you please roll into initiative? Player characters. Here's a Tristel token.
Okay.
There's already a Kyra token over here. And it's probably time to change the battle music.
This is off the rails.
I'm sorry. I just want.
I want to know the reaction of these boys, these ruffians.
At the moment, it's confusion and am I hallucinating? What the hell are those? And they are all sort of paused momentarily. Okay. First person to act is Tristel. You woke up in a flash when you heard Pearl scream. You know that those ruffians were out for you, and that they were in your room, or in the tavern downstairs. So you hop to your feet. can throw open the door, and you can see the backs of two of these ruffians as your room is opposite Pearl's. So you can see the backs of the two people in the hallway as they're looking in. You can see the three of them laying on the ground with like a pearl paw in the air, waving about. And then you can see like two draconians through the doorway because the other four are like hidden behind part of a wall. And the draconians are drawing their short swords.
Oh my god. Okay. I see this. I do have a spell, an enchantment that I would like to cast. Believe it. Yeah, there's no like components to it. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions and try to pacify everyone. It says each humanoid in a 20-foot radius, so it's everyone in there.
Wow.
Do draconians, would they be humanoids?
Yes.
Okay. Because they stand on 2 feet, have arms,
So,
and the wings
like,
don't negate their humanoidness.
Correct.
Okay.
Just like your tail does not negate yours.
Thanks.
Each human in 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose in range makes a charisma saving throw. They can choose to fail if they want. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. So you can sort of just, break down the combat.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's what we're trying to do.
That is literally the perfect spell for this situation. So here are 5 saving throws for our brigands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're using just the left numbers. What is your spell save DC, please?
Oh, let me pull that.
Also, what's the layout right now? Or like
I think there's
where?
5 thugs. I thought there was 3 thugs.
There are 3 in the room, and I'll doodle in the ocean to the top.
I'm looking. Oh, for charisma.
Mm-hmm. For your spell save, it should be on one of your tabs.
It's on the
15.
chat box.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we have like a hallway with a series of rooms, and the doors are sort of like offset to one side. So something like this. This room over here would be Pearl's, so I'm just going to drag our monsters and everything up here. Doo-doo-doo. And maybe we should shrink everyone down a wee bit so we can all fit. The Draconians are sort of shoved into this room awkwardly.
Oh no.
Oh, Christiaan, did
Literally,
you
like,
roll for type HP?
Squeezed.
Oh my gosh. Someone in chat said change the battle music to a circus theme.
You know,
That's what
look,
we
I'm in
got going
danger.
on. Do, 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 do. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this.
okay, and then we've got 2 in the hallway who are like looking in this direction. We've got Tristel, who's come out of this room. Pearl is at the bottom of this pile, and Kyra is in this room over here, just getting up. Okay, so our thugs. 2 of them have passed their saving throws. That's going to be the 2 in the hallway. The 3 in the building, inside Pearl's room, have all been affected. As for our draconian friends, there are 6 of them, because you rolled high on that d6. 1, normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 of them is not affected, and all of the rest of them are. So the one who is not affected is going to have this shouted mark on him. And this one is unaffected, and this is unaffected. But almost everybody has been hit by this spell. Bringing us to one of the thugs who is laying on top of Pearl, who stands up and puts his hands in the air and slowly tries to walk out of the room. Very slowly stepping over his friends. Excuse me? Think we have the wrong room? The thug says. And backs out and begins to back down the hallway very slowly. This is the one unaffected Draconian. And Pearl, you told him to help you.
Yeah,
didn't
I
you?
screamed for help.
Well, the Draconian draws his sword, licks it with his long lizard tongue, and leaps between his friends to strike at this thug on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
Which is unfortunate, because I think if, by the wording of the
friend,
spell...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would nullify that on the other thugs.
on the ones that can see it. The one who's backing down the hallway can't see what's going down, so no worries there. Oh, stop moving. Short sword at advantage because the person is prone. So, huzzah! With a 23, he will... Is it an automatic crit if you're prone, or is it just if you're unconscious? I think it's just if you're unconscious.
Goodness. What a
Right.
mess. This is not going to go down well
Riverdale.
this time.
This is what Mayor Barnaby was talking about, you know?
I will not tell Barnaby about this. This is dangerous.
Yeah, it's just a roll at advantage and some damage gets applied. He will gut the sucker for 6.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, 6? Oh, yeah, he rolled really crappy on damage. That's all it is. Okay. Our next set of thugs are on the inside as well. They are no longer affected by the spell because they have seen... Well, one of them has just been stabbed, and the other has seen the stabbing. But there's 6 Draconians in this room. This is not a fight anyone is about to take. So the one who hasn't been hit will immediately disengage and bolt down the hallway, running, not calmly backing away. The one who has been hit will attempt to disengage and crawl out of the room. It takes half his movement to stand. Can you even disengage from a pile? Yeah, he can disengage from a pile like this. It's an action. You can do it. So he will disengage, crawl out of the room, get to his feet, and come down the hallway a little bit. This one is wounded, so he is more cautious and less I'm just going to bolt and flee. The other Draconians who go en masse right now are sort of calmed. We have a weird interplay here because these were summoned creatures, which means they must follow Pearl's orders.
Oh.
And yet,
Okay.
emotionally, they've been calmed by calm emotions. I'm not sure. I would like to hear options on how the Draconians might interact from you, Tristel. Does your calm emotion override their nature of being summoned and having to obey their summoner?
So, I like the wording in the spell that says indifference. I would like to think that they do both, that they hear help and they're trying to help in some way. But in a very passive kind of way.
Got it. A Draconian extends a clawed hand to help Pearl stand up.
I'm still kind of shocked by what the heck just happened, and I guess I'll reach out my hands and hold theirs.
The Draconian will dip his head as he helps you rise from the ground, as Kyra gets to her feet and throws herself out in the hallway.
I've been waiting for this. This is no longer necessary, but I still want to do it. I want to come out screaming. And the thug in front of me, presumably slightly turns towards me, I hope.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. And I come out with a fist, and instead I just give him a massive nut kick. So that's a melee at advantage plus superiority die added to damage if I hit.
Because you're using the which attack?
Fainting attack.
Fainting attack.
Oh my
with your
gosh.
feint with the fist, kick with the foot, and please make me an attack roll at advantage. Yes.
Psych.
I don't have a melee button.
Just use a regular weapon attack. It's all the same dice, except for the damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's perfect.
So that's
the
1d3 plus 1d8?
Plus your strength modifier.
Oh, plus...
Plus 4.
Yeah.
Amazing.
11 bits of damage.
Is this a knee or is this a foot?
I think it's a foot.
Yeah.
Good boot.
It's that heavy alligator skin boot that you got, and with the leverage of your long legs, they just sort of re-impact up into the pelvis, and our poor thug immediately drops prone and rolls into a tight on its side, rolling back and forth. Pearl, now on your feet.
I am deeply confused. I don't know. Okay, so are the thugs in front of me like hostile still, or maybe I just see the one writhing in pain on the ground right now?
That's the only one that you can see from where you're standing. Is they turned, and then all of a sudden there's a foot with an alligator boot, and now they're rolling back and forth on the floor.
I'm just gonna turn around to the draconians and be like, I'm really sorry. I have no idea how you got here or anything. These people attacked me, and then the next second you're here. I'm really sorry.
Oh, sweet eggs.
A couple of them go to block the door. One of them goes to block the window looking out. The other 3 sort of just stand awkwardly in the room that is not meant for 7 people, especially 6 large draconians with wings. I think the thugs are just fleeing, but other heads are poking out of doors, and whoever's in this room over here will clearly have a line of sight to the draconians and let out a a blood-curdling scream and slam their door. And then you can hear them shouting out the window on the other side.
No.
Monsters! Monsters in the town!
Oh no.
We can sort of step out of combat rounds right now, because all the thugs are leaving except for the one who has been nutted and is dying on the floor. Party members, what would you like to do?
Panic.
You have a few moments.
I'm gonna try to calm the draconians. See if any of them speak common. I'm not sure if they do.
Yes, one of them does.
Okay.
Not great, but a little bit.
Do they respond to me saying, I don't know what you got?
What do you wish of us?
I only wish for your safety right now. I didn't mean to bring you all here. I'm very sorry. I have no idea how this happened, and this place might be very dangerous for you. We're gonna do our best to work it out. Hold on, and I will walk out the door.
There's loot to be had. Send us, will us to take it all.
Wait, there's a what to be had?
Loots.
No, we don't need that. That's okay. Just stay in here, okay? And I will kind of ask to get past these 2.
Yeah, they let you out.
Okay. This
keep him
person's
in
still
there.
on the ground.
Yeah,
Keeping him in that
Khyperia.
room.
Tristel, what do you want to... You've got this one, and then... what are the 2 of you doing?
Are they all gone? Well, except this person. What happened?
I lean down and slap them.
No more, please, no more! Oh my god, it's the wrong room!
Who are you people? Why did you come for me?
Oh my god, it hurts! Oh. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry! It was an accident.
But this was
sent
not
you?
an accident. You were deliberately trying to get into my room.
You're right, you're right!
Who sent you? I say
No
with a,
one!
cool tone of voice. Wait, you all just came here on your own?
Uh-huh.
Followed us all throughout the day?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Promise not to kill me. He looks up at Kyra, and he looks into the room at the Draconians. Promise not to kill me, and I'll tell you what you want to know. But you have to swear it.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Swear it to the gods.
Well, I
Shout.
swear it to the gods.
Gesture upwards.
We were gonna capture you and sell you to the warlords in the plains.
Oh. What?
What is with you people wanting to sell us? Leave.
The second time
She's-
this has happened.
She's not for sale.
I know that now. It was a mistake. We're not very smart. We're very, very dumb. And he recovered enough to sort of like inchworm, you know, in a little ball, but like inching his way down the hall away from the three of you, which you can easily, you know, catch up or put a foot on him,
We'll just
stop
let it
him.
go.
Okay.
If this was an evil
Slowly.
campaign, I would cut off his ear and sell it on the marketplace. But I'm not gonna do.
Slowly scooting down the hall, as he makes his way to the staircase, you will hear the thump, thump, thump of heavy boots on the stairs as a collection of town guards arrive. There are 3 of them for now, and you can see like one of them in the back has like a whistle in his mouth ready to blow it at a moment's notice as they like come up the stairs looking for the monsters. And they'll look at the person on the ground and they'll lean down and put a hand on the thug's shoulder and be like, "Are you okay, citizen? Where are the monsters?" And he'll be like, and then he'll look up and he'll see Pearl, and the sword comes out, or the
I'm
spear
gonna-
like levels in your direction.
Hey, calm down. Hey, nothing, no bloodshed needs to happen here, okay?
We heard there were monsters in town, and the 3 guards start coming down the hallway towards you. Stand aside.
Okay. I don't know how to explain this, okay? But there are no monsters that need any killing right now.
We'll be the judge of that.
Are you-
They begin to open doors, and you know, some people, everyone's awake, and there are some like shouts and of concern. "Hey, what are you doing in my room?" From folks as the guards throw open the doors and then move on. And in just a moment, they're gonna get to your door, which is already open and filled with Draconians on the inside.
I'm gonna go walk in with the Draconians and tell them to back up in the corner, and I'll stand in front of them.
They squeeze into the corner,
Tell them
and soon the guard comes. Yes, Ashley?
Sorry, I shouldn't say anything canonically.
Okay. They come to the corner. They look in and go slack-jawed and immediately like back down the hall and Francis, blow the whistle!
No,
Oh
don't
my
blow the
God,
whistle.
get him all here!
You don't need to blow the whistle.
Francis
It's
starts
okay.
blowing the whistle.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. Look, these are not monsters. They're harmless.
Okay, I will shout out and tell Pearl to tell the Draconians to flee the city.
We're gonna flee with them. We can just help them
No,
out of the city.
we have shit to do here.
No, well, I can lead them out then. If you
Okay,
have shit to
fine.
do, I will help the Draconians out of town.
You can lead the Draconians out. Oh, gee.
There doesn't have to be any bloodshed. I'll leave with my family, okay?
Damn.
The guards are backing down the hallway, terrified of the 6 large monsters that have arrived.
Okay, I'll tell the Draconians that as long as they follow me and remain peaceful, everything should be fine.
The one
I
that speaks a
try-
little,
Oh no, go ahead.
the one that speaks a little bit of common translates to the others.
Okay, good.
I was gonna ask if I can try casting Call Emotions again on these guards.
Yes, if you have the spell slots available.
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Which I'm wishing I'd done before the whistle, but here we are.
I don't. We're just gonna use an Ipsum guard because they have the same saves. So charisma check for the 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So the one in front is not calmed, but the one who was blowing the whistle and the other one, like, chill the fuck out real quickly, like, and calm down. But the one who is in the front with the spear and is like the last one down the hallway, sort of oblivious to the people behind him, maintains his position, spear in front of him, waiting for these monsters to like charge down the
Where
hallway
are
at
they standing?
where the thugs went.
Okay.
This way. The stairs are behind this giant guard.
Okay. Okay. Everything's gonna be fine. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna poke my head out the door. Look at the guard. And be like, hey, look.
Back, monster! Back!
What? Look, I
You're
just...
clearly in league with these monsters, these savage lizards.
They're not savage, okay?
I saw one with a bloodied blade. I heard shouts of monsters. You can't lie to me, witch.
Well, I was attacked, and they were defending me. We were attacked by these thugs, and I point to the person on the ground.
Gives the guard like a half-hearted wave.
They were breaking into my room, and they all just tackled me.
Where did they come from?
Where did who come from? The thugs? I have no idea. I didn't...
No, the monsters.
Oh, the monster... Well, they're not monsters.
Where did they come from? How did they get in the town?
I
What
don't
are
know.
you, a witch?
I
A
legitimately
sorceress?
cannot answer that question, because I don't know. But they appeared here in my room all of a sudden.
Throws a voice over his shoulder. Bernadette, I think we've got a wizard on our hands. Quick,
No,
get
no,
more guards. And Bernadette calls up like, no, I think it's okay. And he does like the double. Bernadette, that's it. Get more. No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, you heard them. It's fine. Look, I'm not dangerous.
He says under his breath, it's happening.
Look,
Fall of the city is happening.
I made a
and
mistake.
he turns and he bolts down the stairs.
Oh god.
You can hear him like grabbing his friends and like shaking them and shouting at them that this is like a life or death situation. And they seem to not really, they're like, whatever, dude, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a couple of extra people who haven't paid their in-tab. They'll pay it in the morning. It's not really our job.
Okay, Pearl, this is your
and
chance
soon,
to get the heck out of here with those draconians.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people there. I don't know if even walking through town is safe.
Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna start
Just
walking,
bolt through town.
slowly walking through the hallway. And
Pearl.
I
and
hope
this
they follow me.
This train of draconians behind Pearl's just like playing me this image.
on my way down, I'm gonna ask one of the comm guards to see if they can help escort us out through the north gate.
it's not really our job.
Look, we need to get to safety. Clearly, some people are, scared of us, and I don't want to cause any unnecessary panic in town. And it would really help me a lot if you could help us get through safely.
10 gold.
Yes.
10 gold.
I was about to say.
And you will help escort us out.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, you're bribing me not to do my job, right? So 10 gold.
Okay, that sounds great. Here's 10 gold, and I will give them 10 gold.
You give him 10 gold. The guard gets up, does a bit of a stretch, and then cocks his head to the side, looking behind you. And there's you notice some vapors passing in front of you. And as you look over your shoulder, all the draconians are gone.
Wait,
I guess that was easier than I thought, the guard says,
Where'd
pocketing
they go?
the 10 gold.
Still 10 gold.
wait, are you...
They begin to walk past you to investigate out of curiosity and go up the stairs, and all the draconians are gone. All 6 of them just vanished into thin air with a small puff of smoke.
Oh.
They shrug.
Well,
I think our business here is done then, and take your 10 gold and leave.
That was easier than expected.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
We still managed to get pickpocketed, kind of, in Kyla.
Well, that's fine.
The money taken.
But the night is not over. Because the one guard who thinks the world is ending and that monsters have invaded the city and sorceresses and witches are here, doing all sorts of horrendous magic, has gone to get reinforcements.
Oh no,
has gone to talk to city authorities.
Into insanity jail. Oh,
I
no.
was about to say, kind of gaslighting him. in a
Yeah, we're
way,
just gonna gaslight him.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything left of them here?
No,
Or they're just all gone?
they're just gone.
Okay.
What about this bandit?
Well, we have some
He's made it
questions.
down the stairs and is now in the common room. He's gotten to the point that he can like move enough that he's on his hands and knees and taking a couple of breaths and beginning to like stand up and get ready to walk out of the building.
Well, we need to talk to them.
No, I think we're fine.
We're not fine.
Wait, why
Everything that
are
just
we
happened
not
is not fine.
Yeah, they learned their lesson. They won't be back.
Are you
they'll
sure?
tell the rest of the town about what happened. We'll be fine.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Well, there were some other witnesses to these events. Whoever lives in this room or is renting this room witnessed these draconians. The thugs did as well, but I think they've all sort of vanished into the night. 3 guards did see that there were draconians, but now there's no proof of them. The innkeeper will come by. He lives nearby, so he hears monsters and guards and people running in and out of his inn, and he goes to see what's happening. A little while later, reinforcements show up. A whole troop of 20 soldiers in
Oh,
armor.
geez.
Some of them clearly like just having woken up and, doing the early jog over here. And the inn is quickly sort of surrounded by soldiers, and the 3 of you are identified to be the source of these problems.
I am confident that I have done nothing wrong.
True.
Same.
That is, yeah.
I am very confident that I did something wrong. But someone did something wrong against me, you know? The thug broke into my room, and you don't do that to a witch. So there you go.
Damn, just
That's-
straight up saying you're a witch.
I mean, you don't do that to
Own
people.
it. Own it.
Thor.
Owning it.
So I'm not gonna deny anything. I'm just gonna be honest that it did happen. Because
Yeah.
Pearl
The
is a
captain-
terrible liar.
The leader of the guards here, the lieutenant involved in this particular oversight, is named Dex, and he introduces himself to you with a calm, gloved hand. Hello, I'm Dex. I've heard there's been a disturbance here involving magic, monsters, and sorry, I don't know the appropriate term for your species.
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi, thank you.
What were you about to say? Never mind. Sorry. Yes, there has been an incident. I'm very sorry. Someone, and I look at the thug on the ground, and their friends tried to break into my room, and I reacted, maybe a little disproportionately, and a few creatures appeared momentarily around me. And I'm really sorry.
You had an accident, and creatures appeared around you.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on this accident? When my son has an accident, there's usually just wet spots on the floor. It doesn't sound like the sort of accident you're speaking of.
No. They, broke into my room, they tackled me to the ground, and I panicked, and I did whatever I could to try to escape the situation, and, it happened.
And you summoned monsters to your defense.
I wouldn't call them monsters. They are draconians. Who... Yeah, I did.
This guard is a little greater than middle-aged, somewhere in his 50s probably. And they're gone now.
Yeah, it seems like it. I didn't think that they would disappear, but they did, yeah. Sorry, I'm not entirely in control of these things when they happen.
Most of my men are fairly ignorant of the ways of magic, but I lived through the war. I know what a summon monster spell is when I see one or hear of it by description. You most clearly summoned monsters. You must be a wizard of some kind?
Of some
A
kind.
sorcerer if it's done by accident.
It was done by accident, so I guess.
Really, really looks at you. And his charisma, he's an officer, so he's got slightly higher charisma. Oh my god, he's
Damn.
got great charisma.
Wow.
1d20 plus 3. He's not very, he's probably proficient in insight, so we should add another 3 to that. So a 10 is what he would read on your face as he examines you for truthfulness. And he seemed satisfied that you're honest, that you didn't mean to summon these things. I see.
I'm sorry. My plan was to take them out of town into safety because I don't think a lot of people would take kindly to these draconians being around. But
There's a reason we disallow spell components and weapons in this city.
yeah,
Specifically, spell components of bards, wizards, sorcerers, warlocks, and the like.
I understand that.
I don't think you do.
Do I not?
You could have, if you did not know what you were doing, you could have summoned a fireball and burned the whole city down.
Well,
You could have lost control of your creatures, and there could be hundreds dead.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that can make things better, but it was at least not intentional.
You've broken the laws of our town, intentional or otherwise.
Do you want me to leave? I can leave. And,
I'm sorry, that's not an option.
oh no. What are my options?
Well, you're spending at least the night in jail while we bring your case before a judge to see what we should do with you. And he makes a snapping sound, and a guard will produce a pair of old-style manacles made out of brass.
Okay. Okay. And I turn around to Kyra and Tristel and asking them to take care of my things that I left in my room.
And as you turn around, they roughly grab your arms. But, these manacles are designed for human wrists, not tabaxi paws. And they won't really hold you very well. I imagine cat's paws don't have that same, broad section of the human hand. And even though you do have opposable thumbs, you've got, all the slick fur. And it's just, it doesn't, the manacles are too big. They're not nice modern handcuffs that ratchet down. They have one size and then you just tighten it into place.
I'm gonna pretend they fit, I guess.
The guards are pretty clear that they know it doesn't fit and they have to talk amongst themselves what to do about this creature until the officer, Dex, just tells them to go find some rope and tie you the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
And everyone is present for this conversation. So, Kyra and Tristel, what are you going to do when the guards come to take Pearl away?
I think I'll just let him. Seems like fighting this is going to be a very bad idea.
That's gonna make things worse.
Yeah. I am
Okay.
lawful after all, and this
Is there
True.
quite a breach.
is
Mm-hmm.
is there gum Arabic anywhere to be found?
Ooh.
Just randomly asking out of nowhere,
Not just lying around. Maybe in a specialty store of some kind. But not here in the room.
Damn it.
Were you gonna break another law?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna see if I could make you invisible.
Well,
Ashley rolls her eyes not another invisible plot. These
The
don't
guards-
work out.
they never do. The guards arrest Pearl and take her off to jail, and they will tell the two of you your friend is being held at this place and blah blah blah. So you can come and find her and tend to her or whatnot.
Is there a bail posted for her until the?
Sorry, bail is an unjust system that benefits the wealthy.
Nice.
We have outlawed it.
Fuck yeah.
That's righteous. I respect it.
And they will take her away, and the two of you are here. The innkeeper gives you a look and slides you your 15 silver back and says, I want you out of the inn.
Okay.
I can't have you as guests anymore.
Oh, we'll head out.
Wow, rude. We get attacked, and then everybody hates us. Can't believe this.
When you put it that way, it does seem very unfair.
Right?
Well, guess we'll find out next time
Oh my
what
gosh.
happens to the jailed kitten. How do you feel, Neil? You put a kitten in jail?
Why did you do this?
You happened to roll on the Wild Surge table Monster Summoning 2 spell, which summons the second level of monsters. And on the chart, Lizard Man was rolled. But we don't have Lizard Men in the nearby area. We have Draconians in the nearby
We
area.
sure do.
And then you rolled a whole bunch of them. And I just, they have a duration of 3 rounds plus 1 round per level, and you're a 5th level caster. So they were hanging out for 8 minutes, and just around 8 minutes when, you got downstairs and started to calm things down. And this is why I laughed so hard when I saw what you surged.
It just like got more and more as the rolls went.
It's very extra.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, it did.
This is why Mayor
Did resolve the situation, kind of. Just not the way that I was planning to. Well, I guess it's not fully resolved because I'm in jail.
Well, some things happen.
Yes. This is why Mayor Barnaby was so concerned about having a, uncontrolled sorcerer in town.
I'm not gonna
Is he
tell Barnaby about
justified?
this.
Yeah, I don't know.
This
We
could
don't need
be-
to give him that validation.
This is our secret.
Some real like gaslight gatekeep going on. Campaign.
Gaslight gatekeep cat boss.
Girl boss. Yeah, cat boss.
Oh my goodness.
Great. So we will be back not next week, not the week after that.
Oh yeah, it's a really long break.
What a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
For a really long time.
True.
Kitten jail.
Oh
What?
jeez.
Yeah, what a hype cliffhanger. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, but we survived. We're not. We're not dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
But none of us actually took damage.
Yeah.
That is true.
My little
Emotional
cozies
damage,
hurt.
maybe.
Whew. Okay.
Well,
All right. Oh, there's a. I'm gonna show Thor for a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
He's cuddling the monitor.
Scratch yourself on that monitor.
Oh, they always do on the corner and then like gnaw on it, and I'm like, don't do that. It's an ultra what?
Why do they
I
always?
like your keyboard.
Oh, Ashley's keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastel rainbow.
I
I
dig
think
it.
I heard Thor in the mic.
I've been imitating
one
Thor a lot,
point.
so it could be.
No,
just me.
Thor earlier was just very much purring into my mic.
Oh, purring.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like it was definitely like kitty cat ASMR.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Now put him in jail to simulate the game.
It's a cardboard box.
Yeah, that's what happens. They take you to the prison and they just put a box in the prison, and Pearl can't help but sit in it until they take the box away.
That would make me happy at least if I get a
Yeah.
box. That would be nice.
Okay. Well, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with more Embers of the Wilds.
Goodness, what a session.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Why is it so long until the next one?
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for joining. Is there anything I want to talk about? Something I want to mention? Neil, do you have anything to plug? What are you up to?
We have been doing some gardening related
Oh, yeah.
streaming because spring is coming. And so we've been sort of figuring out what to plant and when to plant it and when to start it in the house and how to harden seedlings that started in the house and then they go out in the snow, because like our last frost is in May. It's like May 9 usually, but it's Boulder, so you know it might snow in June, who knows. So that's been pretty fun, and we will be doing some map making because the map that you are about to get from the elderly semi-blind painter is only half done on my side, so we'll have to finish it out. I've got the structure, but none of the like prettiness to it.
Right.
So we'll have to build that in the very near future.
Neat.
And of course, more prosperous universe.
That's
Spreadsheets
the-
is nice.
Love it.
It's a trading game? How does that work? Nice.
It is basically take EVE Online and get rid of all the ships. Well, get rid of all the combat, get rid of all of the weapons, get rid of all of the graphics, get rid of all of the like navigation. And then instead you are just mining resources off of planets and then building the things that build ships and like feed people, and then you trade them back and forth. And there's like no combat and no violence and no like players fighting other players. It's just space economy simulator in space, which you pretty much just play in like Excel, and
Nice.
then every now and then open the game
Yeah.
to like move things. Yeah, it's my jam.
That's a hard sell.
I know, especially because it takes like 4 days before you even know what you're doing, and you have to like reset the game a couple of times. You're like, oh wow, I really built my base wrong. Okay, let's try over again. It's niche game, but it's my niche, and I love it.
Yes.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I have
I think-
anything I want to mention? Oh, I have had my first DDR stream for like half a year now. I did that yesterday, I think. No, 2 days ago, which was really nice. Because we had this issue with the neighbors of them like existing, and then we had to like build an audio dampening platform. Oh, I don't know if it's visible actually. Yeah, it is visible, kind of.
Oh yeah, I can see it on Ashley's
Well,
too.
it's not focusing. Camera? No. Okay. But yeah, so we had to
Whoa.
build like a platform underneath the DDR pads to like dampen audio, and we can't just like put a soft little mat under there because it's not just like reducing echoing; it's reducing physical vibration going down. And like the way to do that
Yeah.
is to basically make a extremely heavy platform that then has some sort of like suspension underneath or some sort of dampening. And so had to also hire a construction engineer to make sure that our floor could actually carry that weight. And so so now the DDR pads are 200 kilograms and they are on top of a 300 kilogram pad underneath.
Whoa.
And so that's like half a car in our apartment in terms of weight.
What?
Um,
No way, they're that heavy. That's
Yeah.
wild.
and so yeah, actually that was a long project, took like half a year, and then started the first DDR stream that I hadn't done for half a year, and I immediately sprained my ankle.
Nice.
During like controller setup, I didn't even like get time to start dancing.
You
So I
said
s- like,
300 kilograms?
For the suspension platform plus 200 kilogram.
yeah, so 500 kilograms total, and then like a 70 kilograms Freya on top of that.
That's over 1,000 pounds for Americans. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, but now it's been 7 weeks since I sprained my ankle, and I tried playing again yesterday, and it worked out, or 2 days ago, and it worked out really well. So that's really nice. So that's back now.
awesome. Very impressive.
Yeah. And my neighbors have had like zero communication with me throughout this whole thing. I've been like texting them updates and like telling them what's going on and like what my plans are and like when I'm gonna play, and like half of the messages they don't even respond, and when they do respond they answer like one of my 3 things that I mention, and they're just like, it's so frustrating. So yeah, I still don't know if the platforms even work because I don't even know if they've been home when I've been playing. And so like I have zero feedback for this very expensive project that I'm doing for them, basically. But whatever, I guess. Should be fine. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to mention. Yeah. Autumn, anything you want to shout out? Or...
But yeah, if you think about like 500 kilograms, that's just like 6 or 7 people standing in the corner of an apartment. So it's like, it's not that much when you think about it that way.
Yeah, because people are pretty heavy.
Like if you have a party and people are like bopping to music,
Valid.
like that's
That makes sense. I've thrown some pretty big apartment parties, so
Yeah, and if you consider like a
That's
bookshelf
perspective.
or like an aquarium, these are also
Oh.
very heavy things.
bookshelves. That's a good point.
Well, the bookshelves are close to walls, which makes them a little bit easier to support, I think. But yeah.
So interesting.
Anyway, we'll see if the neighbors get angry,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna get angry back.
No plugs for me.
Okay.
I'll be here in 3 weeks.
Nice. Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. Then I think that's it. Thank you all so much for joining. I can do a short post-stream thing if people want to hang out. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you all so much for joining. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. How does off by 1 hours work? 3 weeks. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodness, what a session. You know, I feel like the I feel like the Pearl trying her best to do her best and do the right thing goes very well together with being a wild mage. It adds a bit of a spice to things. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. You think it'll work out fine? I think so too, but I mean, I guess it depends on like who we're dealing with for the in court, I guess. Were they going to take us to court? I don't know. There was going to be some judge. I was gonna take the Draconians back home to Drog Canyon. I was ready to shepherd them back to their home. And then they disappeared on me. That's rude. Oh yeah, some people were commenting like I should give them commands in chat. But like Pearl doesn't know that they are under her command. So like I can't really do that. That would be very like out of character. Because like in character, Pearl has no idea what just happened, right? So like even though she technically casts a spell, like she doesn't know what the hell is happening, right? What is possible, what is not possible, what is under her control, what's not under her control. And so yeah, I just want to. So for Pearl, I'm gonna role play that regardless of what I know or don't know, right? As a player. Sorry, these are my Facebook messages. Oh, we're getting cat pictures. Okay, I need to show you this cat. How do I do this? Do I do that? And then oh yeah, Ashley is getting ready for bed. She's also gonna take a shower. Look at this little kitten. They're so brave. They're walking. They like just started learning how to walk. They're so adorable. This is one of my favorites. They have a blue collar, so we call them Blue. Yeah, they're learning how to walk. I think Blue is the one that's been most active and learning stuff quickly. Yeah. Look at these little goobers. They're so good. They look very sad, because kittens look sad. So many kittens. This is Grandma. Grandma is majestic. Oh yeah, here's are my notes on the kittens. And that's Blue Adventure. Anyway, kittens. They know that they can prevent you from casting magic even in prison, so hoping they won't try to kill you. I don't think they would do that. I guess they'll eventually banish you. I feel like that's the worst thing that can happen. Like, either jail me for a longer time or banish me. But I feel like we should be able to work something out. Like, I don't know. If they accepted some form of bribery, if we are the key to iron, then maybe we can get off the hook for that reason. Because, like, we are valuable in that sense. Or at least we as a group. Maybe not me as a person. Yeah, so maybe it'll be fine in that regard. Yeah. What are you gonna say to the judge? Oh, I have no idea. Depends on what the judge asks of me, I guess. I don't think... Yeah, Pearl has never been in a situation like this, so she wouldn't know what to say. Or when to ask for a lawyer. Is that how it works? Kyra should be able to vouch for you as a person? Yeah. They should trust Kyra. Kyra is like a stalwart, proper human. And they like humans around here.
I like how people are like questioning my lawful good status after I kick someone in the nuts. Like,
wait, why?
It's like my friend is being attacked. Does lawful good just means that I let them be attacked? Like, what is this logic?
I mean, and they're also literally thugs. Like, they broke into my room. So, like...
Yeah, like, isn't that, like, protecting the law?
Yeah, you delivered a lawful kick to the nuts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, according to chat, that's evil.
Yeah. It's okay. Chat can be wrong sometimes.
Valid.
You have to be evil to hit a guy in the nuts? Well... Well-placed wallop, exactly.
I was looking forward to that the whole combat. And I was like, this situation was like already resolved. I'm like, I still
was
need
good.
to do this.
I mean, from an RP perspective, I think that's really funny. That like you like come flying out the door thinking that everything is still like panic mode. And everything. And so I love that. Because like I like it when there are like suboptimal choices that players make for roleplay reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
Like me turning around looking at the guards and like stuff like that, because that adds character, I feel like. Yeah, it's boring when like everyone just always does the like most optimal choices all the time. Yeah. Anyway. Punch in the face is acceptable, but not a kick in the nuts? Really?
Yeah, 11 damage in the nuts.
Yeah. It's a very localized 11 damage.
That's what he gets. Don't break into people's houses to sell them to slavery.
Oh my goodness.
Fun fact, if you want to have children, don't be in the slave trade.
Damn. Who would have thought? This was a really fun session. I enjoyed this. Oh yeah, the elves. Oh my goodness. It's like they're really knowledgeable and could actually help us, but they're also deeply racist. So it's gonna be a difficult line to walk. I wonder how the elves will react to learning about the necromancer. Yeah. Yeah. you know, we're just gonna be heading to Tron Canyon, and then we're gonna be like, you know, we have a friend here in Northridge. We're just gonna drop off some supplies. They just wanted some paint for their project, and we'll just be 10 minutes, and then we're gonna give some paint to Stuka and then not talk about it. It's gonna be great. It's sad because those are unironically the nicest elves I've seen in a Koibu campaign. Really? Damn. Are they that bad in other campaigns? I don't know if I've seen a campaign with elves. I saw Gnomes, Tomes, and Catacombs, all of it, and then I saw Tombs of Scoria up until episode 20, but I don't know if they ever interacted with elves. Yeah. Not that I can remember, at least.
It's kind of a weird concept to be like not having the problem ever of needing to catch up with Embers of the Wilds.
What do you mean?
It's just like not a thing for me to be able to fall behind.
Oh, on Embers of the Wilds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You're always up to speed. Oh, actually, flashback episodes.
Oh yeah, like
So-
I still haven't seen your flashback episode.
Oh, there you go. You've been
I
missing
guess
out.
I am behind.
Yeah. Goodness. These keep slipping off. No, I don't want to adjust them. I'm sorry.
I like how you apologize both in person and as Pearl. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, I'd like to pretend that like all of my actions are just in character Pearl, but like I'm just almost as insecure about everything I do in reality too, so just it's fine. Oh my goodness.
Signature look of superiority.
The elves.
Have you seen that meme?
I recognize the sentence, but I don't think I have
You should go. It's a good meme.
signature look of superiority.
It's that.
What? Oh my goodness. Me. If when the elves visit Tronkani, will we tell them about your investigations, like talking to the wizard up north? I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have to talk amongst ourselves about like how much we want to reveal. Like they don't seem to be our enemies. They just seem to be deeply racist. But like, I don't know how much like elf lore like everyone in the party would know. But I've sort of gotten the impression that elves are very much isolationist and just want to stay away from everyone. And so they wouldn't like be warmongering or whatever. But, I mean, I'm guessing there are always exceptions. So, yeah, I'm not sure how careful we should be there.
Do you want to help take your clothes?
What?
Do you want to help take your clothes?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I can if you want to stream for a while, but...
Alright, can you just pile them up on the floor and I can deal with them later? Yeah. Oh, witnesses for my character? Crocodile people, Grizz, Blacksmith, Innkeeps, and the elves. I'm not sure if the elves like me. After asking so many questions and judging them for judging Kyra. Rude. Oh.
And also, I don't think that courts are going to like the elves.
Oh, yeah, true. The courts won't. Yeah. Oh, but they would like a Grizz, right? Because they trust Grizz to carry her weapons. Yeah, that's a good point. We should definitely talk to Grizz. Okay. All right. Well, this was a fun session. I enjoyed this. Hope that a very clear statement at them to never kill anything unprompted to keep your friendliness would go a long way. Yeah. Yeah, I think it might work. I just don't know where their line is. Like would they be okay not killing a necromancer? I'm not sure. And I'm not sure how much we should talk about that. It's probably a bad idea to bring the elves into Northridge. I think it's better if we just, like, one of us drops off the paint. What are your plans for the necromancer? I'm not sure. I think this is it's a tricky problem because, like, Stuka is just friendly, but just doesn't really know the customs when it comes to dead people, I guess. And so, yeah, I feel like Stuka is friendly, and it seems like Stuka just has a personality that just doesn't work well with society. He doesn't strike me as someone who's playing like 5D chess and like trying to outsmart us or something. Just genuinely seems like someone who's very into necromancy and wants to do their own thing. The problem though is that they don't understand people's like customs when it comes to why people are disgusted with the dead, right? Or like raising the dead. So I think, yeah, I feel like that would be the big hurdle of, like, I don't know, is it possible to convince people that there could be such a thing as a good necromancer? I'm not sure, because I imagine a lot of people have really very deeply rooted fear of necromancy and necromancers in general after the war and everything. So, like, I don't know, it seems like a hard sell to, like, let people accept, or have people accept Stuka. I think there would, like, Stuka would almost have to do something exceptionally good for people for them to even consider accepting Stuka. Yeah. If you could get him to understand that killing people is wrong, then you can prevent him from growing any larger. I mean, so far we don't even have any evidence that Stuka is killing people. Like, no evidence. And no real reason to believe that he does, right? What would happen if, for example, he finishes his tower and decides to send his skeletons to nearby settlements? Well, obviously, then he would have done some act of war, right? Which is bad. But right now, that hasn't happened. And it doesn't seem like Stuka has any plans to invade either. Like, when we asked him about it, he was just like, oh, I just want to hang out here. To get people to believe that Stuka's a good person might get really hard. Yeah, exactly. Could appeal to self-interest. If he kills everyone, there won't be any more people to make more bodies. Not sure if that works, because his lifespan is about the same as everyone else. If he was an elf, you could use that argument, but... Oh, his lifespan is essentially infinite? Oh, they steal life force? Gotcha. Okay. But I don't think Pearl knows that. Or maybe she does? I don't know how much, like, necromancer lore Pearl has gotten. Yeah, because right now, all we really know that Stuka has done is raising the dead. And commanding them to do things in Northridge. And he doesn't seem to have any ambition to, like, expand outside of Northridge. And so we don't really have a good reason to oppose him apart from he's dabbling in necromancy. But then we would have to say, why is that bad? Yeah. And so I think yeah. And that's kind of tricky. Because when the necromancer runs out of dead, he will need more bodies. Does he though? Like, we don't know that. Like, maybe Stuka is going to be content with whatever bodies he has right now under his control. It's concerning. He keeps asking where you live. I feel like that could pass for just, like, general curiosity. And it is kind of weird to not ever talk about that. You should probably first focus on securing your fort before trying to befriend necromancers. That's possible, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Stuka is hard to place right now. Seems mostly friendly, but Pearl is still kind of freaked out by Stuka. Anyway, at least now he has mud red paint. Yes, hell yeah, can bring in some aesthetics. That's good. Imagine all the magically interested parties meeting. Just start a big council. Instant war. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, I should end the stream and get ready for bed because it's getting late. Thank you all so much for joining. This is a super fun session. Oh, do we raid? Do we raid someone? I don't know. Nah. None of the people I usually raid are online. Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Hope you have a good night or good morning, evening, day. And as usual, if this was your first episode, then you can catch up with all the previous episode there in the link in case you wanna follow all of this. Do I have anything else to plug? I don't think so. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all in 3 weeks because we're gonna have a break because we couldn't all be available for the next 2 sessions. So unfortunately, there's gonna be a gap in this cliffhanger, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be great. I'm just in prison. It's fine. Okay. Goodbye, everyone, and good night.